Good afternoon from the Circus Sports at the Mint Kentucky Downs studio. I'm Ross Johnston. The NFL honors were last night, and Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford took home his first MVP while also announcing that he would be returning to play in 2026. Stafford just barely beat out Drake May by 5 total points, making it the closest MVP race since 2003 with Peyton Manning and Steve McNair. Mike Vrabel took home Coach of the Year for the second time in his career, and also the 5 Hall of Fame inductees were announced, and they are as follows: Saints quarterback Drew Brees, Cardinals receiver Larry Fitzgerald, Panthers linebacker Luke Kuechly, Patriots and Colts kicker Adam Vinatieri, and 49ers running back Roger Craig. Lastly, Vanderbilt and Tennessee are back on the hardwood tomorrow. The Commodores host Oklahoma at 2:30 in Memorial Gym, and the Vols head to Lexington to face off against Kentucky in Rupp Arena with tip-off at 7:30 p.m. Central. You can catch Vol Network's coverage of that game right here on The Zone. For all your foundation repair, waterproofing needs, visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Welcome back into 3HL right here on 104.5 The Zone. Still rocking with you, and I'm glad you're rocking with us on Radio Row right here in San Francisco. Guests, we got them, Babsy.
Yes, and thanks to our friends at Circus Sports and Durastar for sending us out here to make sure we could bring all this awesome content back to you here on 3HL. And if you miss anything, don't forget 1045thezone.com. You can always go there, see all of our interviews, and listen to all these great guests. Spring Hill Heating and Cooling, SpringHillAC.com brings you 3HL every single day. And our next guest, want to welcome Lindsay Rhodes from Sumer Sports here with us. We had you on, Lindsay, I think a couple of years ago, just talking analytics and what you guys do. So for people that don't know, Sumer Sports, you're about roster construction. Yeah. You're about basically the data, but plus the experience of guys and girls that have been around the NFL.
Yeah, I think like evaluation, just as a general umbrella term, honestly, it's a tech company in a lot of ways. So we're building out tech products that can help evaluate in a bunch of different ways, whether the team is good, how to be good, how to find edges, and then also in terms of player data, how do you know that the player is good? We have a new draft show coming out the Thursday after the Super Bowl that I'm really excited about, called The Evaluation. And I think it is, if you check it out, you'll kind of get a pretty good idea of what our company is in general, because we have a fully fleshed out scouting arm with several former general managers and lifelong scouts, like lots of them that are on our roster. And then we have a fully fleshed out data arm that's pulling numbers on all of this stuff. And then we have a lot of people from the tech world that have come to sort of build products. But it's been so fun for me to put the different voices into conversations with each other. So you see it with your eyes, and you've learned things over the years about how to evaluate and how to find, how do we build a product that can measure that? Right. How do we evaluate that better? How do we get away from things like passing yards and rushing yards as the full story, and really kind of create a different way to measure whether someone or something is good?
So so what's your story? Like, I know you were with the NFL Network for a while, but have you always been like
a nerd?
Well, I wasn't going to put it that way, but yes, I was going to say.
Let's get to this point.
How about an analytics numbers kind of person?
No, I really haven't been. What I have been is somebody. So when I first started in broadcasting, I started at a time when it was a little bit more like big J journalism. I'm going to sports broadcasting. And so you are always looking for, I was always approaching it like, okay, I'm going to read everything that's out there. I'm going to know everything and then my job is to fill in the gaps of where the knowledge holes are as a reporter. You're going to a press conference. Right. How can I add value to the people at home? How can I find information they don't already know? And I think that the next evolution of that, as I was in the space a little bit longer, is trying to find answers to things that we don't know the answers to. How do we know, nobody pays attention to offensive linemen unless you're the offensive lineman's family or a former offensive lineman, right?
Or if they're really bad like the Titans VFLs are.
Well,
Or
but-
have been.
but so I think it's interesting to kind of find ways to evaluate and call attention to areas of the field that are
Yes.
actually so impactful, but that don't get any attention because everyone follows the ball.
Yep.
So I just am into kind of finding it. Long story short, I ended up just kind of the evolution was trying to find answers that people didn't know the answers to and to
Yeah.
ask questions. I'm naturally curious. And so, you put me at a table with somebody who has a lot of experience that I don't have, and I'm going to talk their ear off and ask them a million questions. And so we sort of ended up, data's doing a lot to kind of bridge the gap of what we know and what we don't know. And so I like finding the numbers and then going to talk to somebody to get context about the numbers and then figuring out what we think about it.
Love it.
On behalf of my brother, who was an O-lineman for 11 years, and this will warm his heart. Will the league and you guys marry up in this situation where
Maybe.
they can adapt and finally get some accolades or
I
some
hope
praise
so.
for linemen?
I mean, that's what the goal is
Yeah.
to not start talking about, but like I think that some of the ways that we've talked about football over the years
Yes.
and are starting, I feel like we're at an inflection point in these last few years.
Right.
We're starting to pivot away from some of the older things, the ways that we have measured things in the NFL, but that's because that's all we had.
Right.
And now we have so many other things, but the problem now is we have so many things, right?
Yeah.
So you have
Yeah.
to kind of
And
figure
so
out
much
which are the
info.
things that matter for
Yeah.
each thing. And so, yeah, I mean, we have tools that we have this thing called Sumer Site that we built that literally watches all 22. It's like a model that watches all 22 film, and we've trained it to evaluate every movement of every player for every
Wow.
frame on every play for every game of the season.
Wow. Yeah.
And then we can create algorithms that we say, okay, now I want you to measure this specific, like get off. Now I want you to measure their ability to sustain a block. Now I want you to measure, and then so we can measure them in different trait buckets. We can measure them as a player as a whole. We can say this is what we think actually will create like a score that puts them in a tier so we know how good they're playing or not. And one of the cool things that we've built out recently, we just did for the postseason, just rolled it out. It's my favorite thing that we've ever done. I didn't do it except ask them to build it. And then smart tech people did it.
Yeah.
Was built out a live in-game dashboard. So on Sunday, you can pull it up. It's sumersports.com/live. It's called Sumer Live. It's a live dashboard that shows you play-by-play. And on the right side of the screen, it will show you all the team tendency data, all of the usage data. You want to know how much they've been in cover 3, all of the coverage data, run gaps, which run gaps the running backs are hitting, and how the efficiency numbers for that. Route tree data, individual player data. We've got blocking data for
Yeah.
offensive linemen, pressures for like edges. We'll have their pressure, their blitz rate, all that stuff. And it happens literally before the next play happens. It will be on your screen. It's
That's
wild.
Amazing.
But for offensive linemen, and you can tell I'm excited about this.
Yep.
I'm like, sorry, I got more.
No, but he's listening. He'll be listening. I promise you.
For offensive linemen, it also pulls out impact players.
Okay.
And so on every play, with the play-by-play, it'll say like Sam Darnold to Jackson Smith and Jigba for 12 yards, but it'll also tell you on that play-by-play that they were in 12 personnel and there was a heavy box and there was cover 3 and man defense and motion was present, all of this. And then these 3 players were the impact players on the play, or maybe one, whoever it was. It highlighted for us that in the NFC Championship game, Sundell, the Seahawks center, had 4 impact plays in the game. It was one of the highest numbers in the game. And so you're like, what? And so you go back and you watch the plays where his face pops up as an impact player, and you could see like video of him mauling a defender to clear a hole. And so my hope, one of the many ways you can use this tool is to create storylines after the game that say, hey, Sundell, you had a great game, and go talk to him about it and give people their flowers when they deserve it.
Well, and it makes it easier. You're not having to watch, all 22 and then specifically, okay, this time around I'm going to watch the offensive line and how they did it. This time around I'm going to watch, the safeties,
It helps
whatever.
you focus when
Yeah.
and what, and now you can allocate your resources
That is
accordingly.
awesome.
Nerd stuff. You're right.
It is
Uh-huh.
nerd
I
stuff.
love it.
So
Or you can
are
go to
we
your
gonna
Super
have
Bowl
this?
party if you're not a nerd. Just
Yeah.
pull it up on your phone and go, guys, seen a lot of cover 3 today, aren't we?
That's
right?
That's going to kill it. That's going to make barbershop conversations, water cooler
that's true.
Everybody going to think they're so smart because of y'all. You've been cheating.
So are we going to have this for regular season games moving
I
forward?
hope so. I think that's the plan. I can't promise that. I don't know.
Okay.
But personally, my guess is that they're gauging whether or not there is. I'm
market
like,
for it,
I mean, come on, it's free. It's free. It's not paywall. There's like literally anybody can go on. So I think go on if you want there to be this information.
We need to spread this so that we
do.
can get it in the regular season.
Then once you think, as a storyteller, I'm like, once we start compiling this from game to game to game, and now we filter it to like season long, and now we're tracking all of this stuff to see how this. Yeah, there's so much you could do with all this stuff.
First part of the season really highly effective. Second part not. Like it just makes it easier and not just the eye test, right?
Yeah.
So we were talking with Jeffrey Simmons the other day, and Dawn asked him about like you always say you need help and all that. He said Reuben Bain, and I said, well, he's got short arms, Jeff. That's what everybody says. Like when you do the analytics on stuff like that, how important are those things? How important is the eyeball test? Because his response was he's a dog.
Yeah, we literally had this conversation on the draft show that I mentioned, the evaluation, which we've already taped. And the linebacker episode, I want to say it's the linebacker. It might have come up in a different, but my guess is it came up specifically because of Reuben Bain, talking to the evaluators. And one of the things that you have to think about is, like, in some ways, there are concerns that they have about your ability to do certain things in the NFL, if the arms are not long enough, whatever. But also, my thought has always been, and I think this is something that we discussed on the show, that these people that have shorter arms, and Will Campbell, this was the conversation last year too, right? At offensive tackle, it's always the deal. Yeah. Or if you're a shorter quarterback, that kind of stuff. These people have had shorter arms their entire life. They have been shorter stature quarterbacks their entire life. They got to this point because they figured out a way to come up with moves to compensate for those things. Right, like they have an ability to still be productive despite whatever that thing is. So you just need to see, if you see production and you see them winning their one-on-ones and you see them checking the boxes of the traits that you're looking for, I think that people get way more into the measurement data, the numbers data, the like speed, like a 40 time, like that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Mostly, it's just. Whether or not it's completely surprising. Yeah. I think that fans overvalue all of that stuff, and the teams just want to know. I mean, sometimes, like, if you come in and you're 5'9" and you're a quarterback and they've said you were 6 feet, that might be concerning.
Yeah. Diego Pavia?
Perhaps.
I mean, that might be like, whoa, I don't know if we can do this at 5'9". But, like, so that then they just have to go back and look at it and see if they think that could potentially work. But, I think a lot of that stuff is overblown to a degree.
I agree.
All right, so Lindsay Rhodes, I'm looking at your laptop when you have it pulled up, and there's just like all the teams, and there's 8 million colors, and it's all a bunch of numbers, and I have no idea what the hell any of this is. But wanted to ask you about any kind of info that you have for us on our quarterback in Nashville, Cam Ward.
So I think Cam Ward, I mean, and I think that this isn't tied to a specific metric. We measure everybody, by the way, on a like 10-to-1 scale, and 10 is like historically great player of the year at their position type of like put this guy in a conversation like that, and then 9 is so it kind of goes down. 7.
So how many like 10s are there this year?
That's a great question. I think there were 16.
Okay.
Which you could argue is maybe even a little bit too much, but now you're spreading it out at all these different positions. Jeffrey Simmons, the reason I bring that up is because he was a 10 this year. Yeah. And it's like, and so again, if we're looking at 16 players across all of the positions in the league, like just dominated. What I think is cool about our way of evaluating this, because like I said, it's frame by frame, every single play.
Right.
We have a bias just as humans to bias for the very, very big impactful plays, right? Like you either make a splash play or you make a terrible play, and then we have a tendency to overvalue those moments in our minds. And I think for good reason, impact's what it's all about.
Right.
But then what do you do on the other plays? Are you consistent? Are you, when we're not, like if you're a wide receiver, when the ball doesn't come to you, are you the reason the ball didn't come to you? And so what I think is cool about our ability to measure play is that sometimes numbers will pop up and you're like, that's not what I was expecting. And so let's go back and look into that a little bit further. We have Cam as a 6 on the season. We have a lot of quarterbacks that are a lot lower than that.
Bad.
Nope.
No.
Especially from how it started.
Yeah.
So it got more even
Yeah,
off
because
when
it was
went
a
to
mess early.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I don't think, and just in general, I think if you're going to draft a quarterback, you are committing to ride a roller coaster for a little while.
Yep.
And so I honestly didn't even watch that much Cam Ward this year, to be honest with you, because I just knew, I was like, I don't want to get on that roller coaster.
Right.
It doesn't matter, like he's going to get better. And even if he doesn't get better as this season goes on, now we go into an off season and we're committed to this for like 3 years at least, right?
Yeah.
So let's just
New staff.
hit pause. Let's not like overreact to the highs and the lows when someone is just learning in the league. And if it clicks fast, awesome. That's awesome. But that doesn't happen for everybody. So let's be more process oriented. Let's put pieces around him so he can take the next step in his development. And let's try to, fingers crossed, keep a coach so that the language
That would be
doesn't
nice.
change.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
people I think undervalue too what that does to a young quarterback. If you have to learn a new system, you learn a new language, you finally get comfortable at the end of that first year, and now you got to rip that all down. You got to learn something new. Like what we're hoping will happen is that the game will slow down,
That's right.
and that they will stop thinking and just play because they know what they need to do. And then they can work on the little details, right?
Yeah.
And so that's hard to do if you're constantly learning.
It is.
No matter how
Totally.
smart you are, no
Yep.
matter how
Yep.
many times you've done it, as
Yep.
Cam has, from Incarnate Word to Washington State to Miami, doesn't matter. It takes time.
Really
right?
interesting.
Yeah.
Really interesting. Thank
Fascinating.
you.
Yes. See, Cam's a 6. It's not bad.
We're on the way, baby.
We on the way.
He's
Yes.
almost a 7.
He's almost a 7, baby. That's
Oh,
right.
you guys. I have
love
young
Cam,
kids, so this
so-
is my life.
Right?
You just hit that. I was
I'm
like,
a
am I going to
5-year-old
say it
who
out
does it.
loud, or are
It's
we just
okay.
going to?
Yeah, we
I'm going to
will.
let you.
Yeah, we will.
I'm going to let you.
Yes, Lindsay Rhodes with Sumer Sports. Love having you on. Appreciate you. Thank you, and cannot wait for Sunday to see all the
Yes.
analytics. I know you're going to
Check out the
watching
dashboard.
it. Yes,
And don't y'all
the
be
dashboard.
bashful about coming over to the basketball side because we need
Oh,
that.
he's a hooper.
I
We need to
mean,
equal out. I'm just
I don't
saying.
think you have to ask us twice. My guess is there's someone who's like
Somebody get it.
basketball,
Yeah.
ding, 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 working on their
Yes.
computer right now.
Love it.
Sumersports.com/live, and it's SUMER. Go check it out.
Love it.
Perfect. Thank you, Lindsay. Appreciate you. All right, 3HL. Back with more right after this. Thanks to Spring Hill Heating and Cooling, springhillac.com.
Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, that's where you need to go to get that next new vehicle, whether you're looking for a car, truck, SUV, or Jeep, new or pre-owned. Gupton is the place for you. I've bought multiple vehicles from these guys. They're awesome people, and they'll do you right, no question about it. Their service department after the point of sale, very, very great as well, and on point. They will let you know when things need to be done. Tires rotated, oil changes, all those things with a simple text message. Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, 3450 Tom Austin Highway in beautiful Springfield, Tennessee. Just 30 minutes from downtown Nashville. Check them out online. GuptonMotors.com is the website, and they will get you hooked up there. You can get all the dealership information, their address, phone number, deals they have going on in the month of February, all of the inventory, new and pre-owned, and you can see it all there. GuptonMotors.com. Again, 3450 Tom Austin Highway in beautiful Springfield, Tennessee, about 30 minutes from downtown Nashville. That's Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Welcome back into 3HL right here on 104.5 The Zone. Still loaded and live right here at Radio Row. Loaded and live. Loaded show.
Okay.
And we're loaded live.
We are not loaded.
Live, though.
The show is loaded.
It's loaded live.
Yes. So here we are in San Francisco. Coverage
Good job,
presented.
Slay.
Yeah. Nailing it. Just nailing
Appreciate
it.
that.
Our coverage is presented by our friends at Circa Sports and Durastar. And don't forget that you can hear all of these conversations if you miss anything live online at 1045thezone.com. Next guest here, one of my faves, got to just work a national championship with him as well. His story is amazing and inspiring and all the things, and it's Ryan Leaf. Hi, Ryan.
Hi,
Good
Dawn.
to have you.
How are you?
Yes, he was just in Nashville because we called the FCS National Championship together for Westwood One.
What a game.
Had a ball.
How great was that environment?
It was
It was
so
incredible.
great. I mean, they had to move the game this year because Frisco was doing some work to the stadium, and Vanderbilt Stadium was a perfect size.
Yeah.
And then the town, it's just an entertainment town, and people just flocked and had a blast. And I don't want to be. I was very professional during the game. Don't get me wrong.
Yes.
But my dad's a Montana State Bobcat, and he took me to my first game when I was 8 years old. And that season, they won a national championship. And they hadn't won one since I was 8, and they won it this year. And I was just kind of like,
and you called
pretty
it.
cool. And I got to call it.
Yeah, he's like a celebrity too. Like all the Montana State people know him because of that. By the way, did you see Montana Bobby Howe retired? Kind of surprising.
Well, kind of in protest is what I'm hearing too, a little bit around the NIL stuff. And
I
mean, that's crazy to think
world.
that it is to navigate that world, especially when you identified what you've been as a coach for so long, and such a great coach like Bobby Houck, who's been so good for so long, for it to become completely a different model for him that he no longer wants to be a part of it.
Wow.
So.
Well-respected guy, too.
Yeah, crazy. He's a little weird, but,
Everybody's weird.
We love him.
We
love him, yes.
Before we get to the game, obviously our timeline is filled with something that happened yesterday. What happened with you and Dr. Chow yesterday?
Listen, I think he's a horrible person. I think he's a horrible person. So that starts it all, right? Then you have that impression of it. I think it was very unethical of him to be a drinking buddy of my former teammate, Junior Seau, and then prescribe him medication, pills and Ambien, after his first suicide attempt. I just think it's the most unethical thing you can do. I think he was complicit in what eventually happened with his CTE and him taking his own life. And I work with a lot of former NFL guys, and I see this happen every day. And the idea that Junior's not here and my dumbass is, that's something that I look at sometimes and I say, if I am, I'm going to hold other people accountable. I have this placement. Did I handle it the right way? No. My wife and I talked about it this week. We knew we were going to see him. Yeah. And we were going to take the high road. And it's the first person I saw yesterday morning. It was the test right there, and I failed miserably. I walked right up to him and I told him he was a piece of that's what I told him. and so should I have done that? No. Should I have walked past him and been professional because I'm a 50-year-old man and I have 2 kids and all those things? Yes. Am I a flawed human being who's trying to be better and didn't meet that expectation yesterday? Even more so, So that's just the way it goes, I feel like it's important to hold people accountable because I hold myself accountable, but sometimes it's not the right time, not the right professional environment to do that in. And so I chose to be here. I chose to make that decision. So there's choices and there's consequences. It's not going to cost me anything. I'm just being honest. But sometimes honesty can get you in trouble sometimes.
So you mentioned Junior. What was your personal relationship with Dr. Chow? How did he affect your life?
Not really
personally?
much at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was the main thing.
No, I don't. Yeah, he didn't do anything to me.
Yeah. Okay.
He was our team doctor for a little bit. I didn't learn any of this stuff really until I was in prison when Junior's death happened. And then when I got out, I heard a lot of stories, and then I started speaking with some of Junior's family, and then I really heard some of the stories around Dr. Chow. The biggest thing for me, and like I said it before, was the ethics of it all. If you're his drinking buddy, how are you prescribing medication to somebody, especially after he tried to take his own life? Send him to a general physician. And so I always just felt like that was, and I always kind of did it passive aggressively with him. I would say ask Dr. Chow how many bottles of meds were in his medicine cabinet when he died with your name on it. You know, so that was really passive aggressive, and I thought I'd be less passive in this instance, I guess, you know, and tell him how I felt. Probably wasn't the best way to do it. If I had to do it over again, I would do it differently. But it's something that, like anything, you know, anything I've done in my whole life, I take accountability for it. You know, it's not going to stop me from thinking about him differently.
Yeah. How much do you enjoy the analyst work that you're doing?
I love it. It's my favorite thing in the world to do. You prepare for football games like you did as a player. You study film, the players, all of it. You walk into a stadium, the atmosphere. We called the Bears-Packers game in Soldier Field December 20th, the one that the onside kick went to overtime.
Incredible
Caleb threw a touchdown.
Game. Yeah.
I did not realize at Soldier Field the broadcast booth is on the concourse. It is right there. The fans' heads are right below you. Wow. It was like we were in the atmosphere of it happening, and it was unbelievable. And I was just like, and we got to call that game, you know, to be a part of that.
What a blessing, right?
Yeah, so, no, I love it. It's my favorite thing in the world to do. I'm really grateful I get the opportunity to do it, and hopefully continue to do it for a long, long time.
So you talk about very self-aware, right? Like you were just super open about the entire, you know, doctor incident, all of that. You've been super open about your life, about what went wrong, about all of that. I worked at the Las Vegas Bowl. You were the keynote speaker, and like, I mean, it was a 15-minute speech, and I was just in awe the entire time listening to you take accountability and talk about, you know, where you have to grow from stuff like that. Recovery playbook, you have conversations about addiction and recovery. Like, kind of take us the shortened version of your life for people that haven't heard it, for people that haven't heard you speak about it.
Well, I mean, if anybody knows anything about sports, I was supposed to be really great.
Yeah.
I was drafted alongside Peyton Manning, and I wasn't. You know, when failure happened, I did not know how to deal with it in a healthy, positive way. Instead, I rebelled and got defensive. And at that level, you can't do that at that level. You have to be willing to pivot, and wearing a chip on your shoulder at some point takes and turns to negativity and toxicity, not something that propels you. The reason I got there was with the chip on my shoulder, but when I got there, you have to pivot. And if you don't, you end up like I did, and not like how Sam Darnold has. And I think that pivot is the most remarkable thing for a guy that I know what it's like to wear that anchor of being a bust and being a top draft pick and not being successful. He's had to wear it, and from stop to stop. Even last year, he wins 14 games, and the Vikings say still not good enough. You know. And he ends up in Seattle because they want him. They support him. But every year he went back to work. He went back to the lab with his technique, his fundamentals with Jordan Palmer, and he came to work. And I'm just so proud of him.
Yeah.
I never want anybody to not be successful. You know, I don't want anybody to be worse than I was, so I'm no longer the biggest bust. I mean, that's the absolute worst thing you could want. I want people to be successful, and I think more and more people are understanding that systemically the Jets are an organization that does not breed success. You know, and that may be something to look at more than anything of the players that are being drafted there. So, so the recovery playbook for me is a relationship I've developed with the Menninger Clinic in Houston. It's a state-of-the-art psychiatric and substance use disorder facility. And about 4 years ago, I met their CEO, and he had just gone into a relationship with the NFLPA, which is our union. And I was having a real hard time connecting with former players through the NFL, through Park Avenue, because I've been highly critical of the NFL and some of their techniques and everything about what they're doing in the mental health space. Yeah. And this opened it up. I am down there quarterly anywhere from 4 to 5 times a year. And anytime I'm there, there'll be anywhere from 8 to 12 former NFL guys there. And that peer-to-peer opportunity is incredibly purposeful. I have a lot of empathy for what they're going through, and I want them to know that, like, they're not alone. There is hope. I mean, you simply just have to look at my story. Like, 11 years ago when I walked out of prison, no one was asking me to be on Radio Row to talk or give a keynote at the Las Vegas Bowl. Like that, none of that was possible. And I didn't think any of it was possible. Right. So you just have to put one foot in front of the other. When you're in those moments, you feel so alone. You don't feel like there's a future and there is no hope. And the whole point in this is to give somebody that. So someone like Junior Seau, who's going through that, doesn't think him being gone from this earth is better than him having to go through it. And that's what the stigma does. Yeah. That's what the stigma needs to be eliminated, and that's why I do it. Plain and simple. I don't have to be here doing this, ripping a scab off, opening myself up to this type of thing. I do it for a purpose, so someone who hears it or someone may hear it, and I've had guys up and down this hallway, former players, former teammates and stuff running into, and they're just, so good to see them, and they're so happy to see me, especially because they thought maybe they would never see me again too,
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Ryan Leaf with us. Ryan, if nobody's told you, we really appreciate your transparency, and that's from former athletes to people that work 9 to 5s to the lowest of the low, the highest of the high. I think those stories always should be shared because it's one person that's going to take something from it. Like you saying, guys walking around is always, letting you know they appreciate it and seeing
Somebody
you.
listening
on
our show,
guarantee.
You know how many direct messages I'll get? Like someone, I remember a few years back at a radio row, I did your guys' show, and I got a DM about 9 months later, and it was a gentleman saying he heard me on the Nashville show, and he had gone to treatment. He just got out, and he's 9 months sober.
Wow.
Oh, awesome.
It's
And
powerful,
I get those every day. My wife's been taking them and cutting them and pasting them, like she wants to put it into like a scrapbook when it's all said and done of like what lives you touched, how different it would be if you'd have won Super Bowls rather than going through what you went through. And so I'm lucky I got a cool partner like that. She's going to be mad at me, though, when I get home.
Well, to y'all's point, you never know what people are going through.
Yep.
And
No.
so someone listening right now, your DMs are open
Yeah.
on Twitter, so people can reach out there. But the biggest message to me is we all go through stuff in various ways and depths, but life is a journey. And I love your metaphor, put one foot in front of the other no matter what you're going through.
Just breathe.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's the hardest thing to do is just to breathe. Make it the next 60 seconds. You add those 60 seconds up, all of a sudden a minute, 2 minutes, hour passes before you know it, you're laying your head down. Listen, I slept 11 hours last night, so I sleep just fine, with being who I am. I like this. I'm trying to stay on East Coast time, so I was asleep at 8:30.
This is tough.
Yeah, I was asleep at 8:30, and I suppose it's not being around the kids. When you have a 2-year-old, you're always kind of checking the monitor to make sure your precious is okay. And so I understand that. So it's been kind of a little bit of a reprieve. Got catch up on some sleep, and I think I'll go back well rested.
Know you break down a lot of film watching games. Before going back to the big game, can you speak about Cam Ward if you've watched him a bit, and what's your thoughts on him, the potential that he could have, especially with this new regime coming in?
I called his first game at Washington State, actually, and then covered him during his 2 years there at my alma mater.
Yeah.
Spent a lot of time with him, and was really excited to see what he could do at Miami. And he, what I love to see from quarterbacks, and Jaden Daniels is a perfect example of that. Starting at Arizona State, he got better every year.
Right.
Cam Ward, in my opinion, has gotten better every year. So how is he going to use last year's struggles, the frustrations, the new coaching regime, all the things? How is he going to use that to be better next year? I think he will. It's all he's ever known. No one recruited him to incarnate word. He got to Washington State and balled out there, and then in Miami and his first year in the league, I thought he improved throughout the season. So that's what I expect from him. I would expect nothing less that he will be improved, and this team is going to be led by, I think, a really great motivator and leader. I think now people are understanding that maybe Robert Saleh wasn't the issue in New York. It was New York, right? And
see, that's what we said. Everybody wants to bring up a record and what happened and all of that, but then you hear people like you, and you're like, the Jets organization is kind of toxic.
It is. It's systemic, and it goes all the way to the top, and you have billionaires that run these teams, and unfortunately they're not football guys or have really an understanding. They just want to win, and there's nothing wrong with that. They've been incredibly competitive their whole life in business and finance, but sometimes you need to disassociate from that model. You've bought it, you want it to win, you have to let it be run. You look at Cleveland and the Haslam family, who get involved in so many things that just make things toxic and stuff like that. So I like the way it's going. I really like Cam Ward. I feel like he's improved every year, and that's what I want to see from a quarterback. Somebody improves. If it's a tough year, it's a tough year, but did he improve and did he get better from where he was at the beginning of the year? And I think he did.
So personality-wise, I covered him. I wasn't introduced to him till Miami, right? But you covered him Washington State, like prior to that. Personality-wise, was he as fiery,
Competitive.
just chip on the shoulder,
Yeah.
competitive. Was he that at Washington State too?
When he first got there, I think there was just a little hesitancy. He's making a pretty big leap coming from Incarnate Word.
Right.
Whether it was going to – that first game was against Idaho, and I called it. And if Idaho throws a touchdown on that final play when they were inside the 20-yard line, they beat Washington State in that first game. I think they only scored like 10 points. So it was I think there was a little humility that came with him with that. And then once he figured out that he could be the difference maker for the team, I think that confidence came out. And I've never felt like it was ego-driven. I always felt like it was a self-confidence.
Yeah.
In that he can achieve it.
There's a big distinction.
There's a
between
huge
that.
distinction, yeah. There's an egomaniac with a self-esteem problem, or there's someone who's self-confident in what they can do and how they can contribute.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
How important is that relationship between OC, quarterbacks coach, and quarterback? Because Dable's coming in. What do you think about that dynamic?
I think he's going to be just on cloud nine with Brian Dable.
Really?
Yeah. I love Brian. I've known Brian since he was the OC at Alabama when I went down there to speak the first time.
Okay.
We've stayed in contact. The grace in which he left New York this year, too, that was a dream job for him.
Yeah.
And to be fired midseason, and the grace he had when he left and was talking about it, especially with John Harbaugh leading into Coach Harbaugh getting the job. I think, a lot of people, there's a resentment that comes with being fired, and it wasn't this, that, or the other. And I just thought there was a lot of grace from him. And it didn't surprise me, having known him for as long as I have now, that he would come and be that type of person in that type of situation.
Great stuff, Ryan, man.
Yeah.
Always love having you on, brother. And, again, your DMs are wide open if people are struggling. And I think a lot of people feel guilty if they feel like it's a self-inflicted thing. But you can walk out of that, too.
Yeah, I mean, most of the things are ultimately self-inflicted because you make a choice while you're sick or you make a choice while you're going through something really difficult. So, you can't – there are going to be consequences to your actions, right? Like, no matter what you do, the only thing you can control is your attitude, your behavior, and your effort, and those three things I fell really short on yesterday morning. So it's allowed me, though, to use the platform
Today.
the rest of the day today to be like,
Absolutely.
you know what, could have been better,
Yeah.
but I'm a screw up. But it's also important that I want to hold the guy accountable because I swear to God that Junior not being here and Troy or Vincent Jackson not being here, and I am. It's important. So that's where it stems from. It probably stems from a good place. It's not what you say necessarily, it's how you say it. And that's an important part of it.
The Recovery Playbook, conversations about addiction and recovery. You can check it out on YouTube with Ryan Leaf and Daryl Shorter, doctor there. And Ryan's DMs are always open. So if you're going through something, know that you can get out of it and be super positive like this guy,
That's
Ryan
right.
Leaf.
Ryan
So,
D.
love
Leaf on Twitter. Ryan D. Leaf.
Thank you,
guys.
Ryan.
Thank you,
yep.
man.
3HL 1045 The Zone.
eSpaces.com. Check those guys out right there. All of the information about what they can do for you, workspace related, you can find right there, eSpaces.com. eSpaces is redefining co-working with exceptional offices for every business. They have 15 Middle Tennessee locations. The two newest are in Cool Springs at Corporate Center, Brentwood at City Park, and again, 15 locations for you. And if you need a centralized location, maybe you got employees, colleagues spread out, you need a centralized location, you can find one that's close to everybody right there and get everything done. Designed for entrepreneurs, teams, and established professionals, featuring private offices, team suites, meeting rooms that are fully equipped, 24/7 access with flexible terms, beautiful professional spaces that are move-in ready. Whether you're scaling up or just getting started, eSpaces provides flexibility without compromise. Want to check them out? You can, eSpaces.com. Tours available now. Reserve your space early, eSpaces.com.
Welcome back into 3HL right here on 104.5 The Zone. We are steady rolling through Radio Roll.
I'm so jealous of your voice.
You should be,
Man.
I'm out here living luxurious with a voice.
I think it's God telling me I talk too much. It's probably it.
I mean, it's your job. He set you in this place.
Well, yeah.
No comment on that one.
Yeah.
3HL Live at Radio Row in San Fran. Coverage presented by our friends at Circus Sports and Durastar. Appreciate them allowing us to come and chat with fabulous people out here in San Francisco. Right. Spring Hill Heating and Cooling, SpringHillAC.com. They help you bring 3HL as well. And don't forget, you miss anything, you can hit 1045thezone.com and catch all of our interviews.
Look at Virgil Herring at the table from Nashville. Virgil, good to see you, man. What's going on? How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for having me on. It's kind of fun to get the headset back on. It's been a minute.
Man, for those that don't know you, your skill set is varied. Golf coach for a long time, incredible golfer. You get to do the podcast thing, the TED Talk thing, and now you're publicly speaking all the time, and you're coaching golf. And how much are you enjoying life right now, man?
Buddy, maybe 6 years ago, I went through one hell of a storm in life, and sometimes when you're going through difficult things, you don't know why, right? But it was just to make sure that if I wanted to do something bigger than just coaching golf, I had to show that I could handle more than just the difficulties that golf brings.
Yeah.
So my TED Talk was like the launching pad for my pain. And the TED Talk put me onto a place that I can't really believe where I am. And I'm here at the freaking Super Bowl, and I'm a golf professional.
Yeah.
And I'm moving from one place to another doing interviews, and it's just be careful what you ask for, because I put myself in a situation where I demanded something different of myself, but I didn't see myself at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And this is a wild ride, and I'm enjoying every second of it because I've earned it, because it was quite a run that I went through for a while. So at the end of the day, I'm very grateful, and I think that everybody should have the opportunity to push themselves to a place they didn't know they could go, because it's what makes you live. It's so much fun.
Throw yourself into something that's uncomfortable. Be comfortable with the uncomfortable. Well, how did the TED Talk thing happen?
I just applied, and my topic resonated with the people on the board, and
that's amazing.
I got the opportunity. I mean, literally 5,000 people applied, and I got a phone call, and I almost didn't even answer, because I don't really answer phone calls that I don't know the number to.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'll get this one.
Yeah.
And it was the people from TEDx said that I had earned a spot to be on TEDx Old Hickory in 2023.
That's amazing.
So it was really fun. It was the inaugural one at Old Hickory, and Amanda Banks set it all up. She was the coordinator, and it was an unbelievable event. And it's literally put me into all this cool stuff that I'm doing right now.
It's crazy how many local golfers, come up as kids and are doing well now. And the story of Blades Brown the other day from Brentwood Academy, where he sets a course record, had a shot at a 59, coming off of leaving Wednesday and then going Thursday. Like, that's an incredible story.
Yeah.
Top 20 finish.
He's a remarkable kid. He's got so much poise, and in front of a camera, he's as good as anybody out there. I mean, at 18, and he just turned 18. This kid's got a ton of moxie, and he is legit superstar. And one of the things I found interesting is, like, he took an enormous risk to turn professional at 17 with no status, no place to play.
Instead of going to
college.
Okay.
Yeah, and he
Gotcha.
had obviously he had every offer to go, and he was the best player coming out, right?
Yeah.
And the fact that he accomplished his goal, which is to find a tour to play on, but it's the story behind the story. Like, you make that huge risk to go out, and then you don't have a status, and he's Monday qualifying, getting sponsors exemption, and just working his tail off. And it literally all came down to the last putt of the season. He makes it, he earns his Korn Ferry Tour card, misses it, got nothing.
Wow.
How long was the putt?
I think it was like 6 or 7 feet. Clutch City, USA. And to me, that's why I predict he's gonna be somebody special for us, because at the end of that,
Give it to us.
I had to get the 6-7 in there.
But those are the putts that get in your head.
And
Right.
like 18 years old, knowing that his 2026 is on the line, and pours it right in. Man,
As a young kid too.
Man, and So he's good friends with my youngest son who goes to Brentwood Academy.
Yeah.
And he's also the partner of the boy that I've coached for a long time, Jackson Harrington, who's going to be playing in the Masters this year.
Holy crap.
Like, he is such a special kid, and he has a gear. Like, so to me, he putts like Snedeker. Snedeker's one of the greatest putters in the history of the PGA Tour. And I got a chance to coach Brent for a long time, and it was kind of repulsive. Like, he made more putts in one day than I made in a month. And Blades putts like Brant, quality-wise, but he hits it supremely awesome. Wow. And he gets on heaters, man. He starts hitting it close to the hole. It kind of reminds us of, like, Tiger in his prime.
Wow.
Now, he's obviously, I'm not saying he's Tiger, but, like, when he gets on, man, it's just one dart after another. And the sky's the limit for him. And he showed, I mean, he shoots 60 on the PGA Tour at 18.
That's crazy.
And then I think he got some good schooling. He played that final round with Scotty Scheffler, best player in the world by pretty much a landslide. And he got a front row seat to greatness. And his attitude and how he conducted himself was like a student, knowing he wanted to win, obviously. But he got a chance to watch the best since Tiger, and probably showing signs of dominance of maybe only 6 or 7 people ever. What Scotty's doing right now. And he got a chance to watch it. And he's such a great kid. And Scotty Scheffler's such a great guy, too, just helping him along.
Yeah.
That round of golf is going to pay dividends for him in the future, and it's going to pay big, in my opinion.
Virgil Herring with us. You mentioned somebody you're coaching playing in the Masters.
Tell us about it.
Fill us in.
So Jackson Harrington, he's from Dixon. He's at University of Tennessee. He's a sophomore at UT. I've been coaching him since he was 6 years old. When I was at West Haven, he was just a little kid, and and he had big dreams. Yeah. And I just can't believe that at age 6, he came out there to show me how high he could hit a flop shot and wanted me to watch him hit some putts. And even at 6 years old, he was hitting driver like 120 yards.
What?
But his nickname is the Fridge. I am not lying to you. He hits it close to 400 yards.
Wow.
And it is unreal. So we played Augusta National on December the 6th, and we started on the 10th hole. Not on hole number 1. We started on 10. It's like 515 yards, super downhill.
To the left.
Yeah. So I hit a good one, like 315. So I got like a 4-iron off a downhill lie. Yeah, Jack had 88 with a lob wedge. Whoa. Yeah, and all day. And it's 47
First
degrees.
hole of the day, too.
47 and like spit and rain. And he's just, it's so unbelievable. So he was here in San Francisco at Olympic Club, and he lost in the finals. But he made this incredible, super difficult putt to close out the local favorite. And he poured it in, much like Blades. Like, I think the U.S. Amateur has a problem, which is that most people no longer care if they win, because if they get in the finals, they get in the Masters. And it's interesting. Both Mason Howe, who ended up winning, and Jack, I was actually on the phone with both of them. I don't know Mason, but they're all together. Yeah. And it's like, we don't even care what happens tomorrow. We're going to the Masters.
Yeah.
So, like, you can tell the letdown. The letdown is so profound that, like, Jack just came out flat, and then when he had to hit the gas, he was like 1 or 2 yards off for like an hour, like hit it over a green by like a yard, and then he was dead. And you start to feel like, maybe today's not my day. Yeah. And it's hard for the mindset, especially for a team, to like handle that kind of adversity when you realize what history is in front of you, and you have these great opportunities and dreams to achieve, and just things aren't clicking, and it's disgruntling for sure. But the opportunity he has now to play in the Masters, play in the U.S. Open, means just to play the Augusta National and Shinnecock Hills as his first 2 PGA events.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It doesn't get much better than that. He's an unbelievably talented kid, and he was Blades' 4-ball partner. They lost in the finals 2 years ago in the 4-ball, and they lost in the quarters 3 years ago. So, and like the Nashville, Tennessee has always produced a ton of great junior players.
Right.
Tennessee also has put out a ton of great players. And I would argue, if you take out the obvious, Texas, Florida, and California, Tennessee is in that next tier of people that just constantly keep producing great players, and it's just fun to be a part of. And I've been able to coach a handful of them, and to be able to be a conduit between where people are and where they want to be is one of the greatest gifts that I've given myself, is just being a coach and helping kids achieve dreams.
Starting at 6 years old. See, guys, I am behind for baby Babs. She's 5. I got to get her in it. I got to bring her to you.
I know just the guy that can.
Yes.
I don't know about her flop shot, though.
Yeah. Let's just say she ain't hitting anything right now. So maybe I just spend a couple hours with you. Let her just go hang with you every day. Get this going.
Thank you, Virgil.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me
Appreciate
on,
you,
man. It's so
brother.
great to be back. Y'all be well, okay?
Definitely.
3HL on 104.5 The Zone. We'll be back after this. All right, out here in San Francisco, but maybe you are at home and you know that you need new windows and you need new doors. And if you need that, you need to call Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville because they will take care of you. Sometimes it's time to upgrade those things in your home. It was for us in our rental property and our house when we had little bugs crawling in through our windows that were failing. And so I did all the research for you, went through all the companies, and then I chose Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville, and I've loved the experience. They've been the absolute best. Maybe you'll be surprised to learn how affordable those replacement windows can be from Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. Even more affordable with a little Babs birthday month deal, the Dawn deal for February. Buy 3, get 1 free on windows and no payments, no interest for 12 full months. You have a full year to pay off your new windows and doors. That's Pella. They are here to make it easy on you, and they will take care of you. They've got the staff in place to do it, lifetime warranties on all of their windows, and then a 10-year labor warranty as well, which is the leading in the industry. Pella, the best. Schedule your free consultation. Ask for the Dawn deal. You can do it all online at PellaNashville.com.
Good afternoon from the Circus Sports of the Main Kentucky Downs studio. I'm Ross Johnston. It is Super Bowl weekend, but don't forget Vanderbilt and Tennessee are back on the hardwood tomorrow. The Commodores host Oklahoma at 2:30 in Memorial Gym, and the Vols head to Lexington to face off against Kentucky at Rupp Arena with tip-off at 7:30 p.m. Central. You can catch Vol Network's coverage of that game right here on The Zone as we are about to have another action-packed hour of 3HL. Around 4:25, they will be interviewing former Vols QBs Joe Milton and Hendon Hooker, so stick around for that one. You won't want to miss it. For all your foundation repair, waterproofing needs, visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans of Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Welcome back to 3HL right here on 104.5 The Zone, locked and loaded right here on Radio Row. Babsy, would you like to introduce another guest?
No, I would first like to say thank you to our friends at Circus
Because
Sports.
we wouldn't be here without
and
them.
Durastar
I like it,
for
Babsy.
taking care
Like
of us and making sure that we can all come out here and have all these great conversations.
Hear, hear. Hear,
yes, we are here, and we are also joined now by I don't know, is this another former Vol? We got Tennessee Vols everywhere. We got a Sims in the house.
We are everywhere.
That's right.
And you know what? We're not that far either from that other guy who left us for another UT. No, not you, sir. The other guy behind you.
Yes,
don't worry.
yes. That would be your brother.
That would be
as
my
a matter
brother.
of fact.
What
Yes.
a traitor that nerd is.
That
I
is
mean,
Chris Sims, who was in Nashville with the Titans for a little bit, right?
Yeah. He had to come. We had to get him back. We had to get him
It was
back.
on the right.
But yeah, I loved it. He was over there with Bijan Robinson before, and I walked over and I was doing the horns up for them, and they got all excited, and I was like, sorry, boys. I hit him with the horns down. They're like, oh, no,
The real
man."
UT.
Slade
Yes.
loves doing that.
Oh, it's one of my
can't
favorites ever.
They play each other this next year.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
In Knoxville.
Yes.
On
Yeah.
Rocket Top.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So Matt Sims, quarterback, coach, developer, all the things is with us right now. So, I mean, obviously.
Too many titles.
We'll just say badass, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, here.
Yes. So we want to start. Obviously, we have a quarterback in Nashville who we're hoping is the franchise guy.
He is. He's good.
He is.
He is.
Okay.
Don't worry. Yeah.
We want your evaluation of Cam Ward and what he can do, because we talk about it a lot. Like, there are a lot of holes on this roster
No
this
doubt.
past year. It's his rookie year. He has Callahan who's calling plays for, the first couple of games, and then
Right.
he gets fired, and then it's, here's your new offensive coordinator. How hard is that?
I mean, it's extremely difficult. And honestly, man, I hate to say it, maybe possibly pulled the string out on Callahan maybe a little early.
Really?
I would have liked to have seen the year finish out. And I know it was ugly.
Yeah.
I know it was ugly.
Yeah.
But just like,
It was
why?
the
What does it
in-game
matter?
management that
Yeah.
problems.
I get
Because
that.
you can't hire anyone anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
You
So
know?
that's why I was
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
just follow it through and see if something
Good point.
clicks towards the end. And that's like a great example of that too is like even Kellen Moore and Tyler Shuck. Towards the end of this year, it was like, whoa, something's happening here. And I like what I'm seeing. It happened for Cam Ward this year where I felt like, what was the game? There was probably like the fifth to last game of the year. I can't remember exactly who the opponent was, but it was towards the end of the year, and I'm just like, okay, he's starting to figure out how to play NFL football.
Yeah.
Right?
He had a run of 2 touchdown games. That
Exact-
started with what you're talking about.
and he was starting to play clean football.
Yeah.
You could see that he was like, okay, 1 to 2, okay, check it down, right? And like that's the thing where like Cam Ward, he started to see that all the other stuff you did in Miami, like that was cute, that was fun, it worked at Miami. In the NFL, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't live that way consistently. It's too stressful, first of all, for
Yeah.
a quarterback to live that way. And you could see he finally started to say, all right, I'll be a game manager, but then when I need to be Cam Ward, I can turn that on at a dime. And that's where, great quarterbacks really start to figure out this NFL game.
So what do you think about Brian Dable? And do you know much about him?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I'm a Giants fan.
Okay.
Right. And
Oh, yeah.
So
Well, duh.
hung out with him. Right. And I know Dayball very well. Like, it was even cool too. Like when I'm coaching like QBs up in New Jersey. Right. Every now and then Dayball would be like at the same park as me, and he'd just walk over and he'd be like, "Hey, what's up, guys?" And I'm just like, "Holy crap!
That's
You have Coach Dayball here
Right.
watching your session. Like, you
Yeah.
have no idea." And of course, like, even the kids that weren't focused, all of a sudden they turn it on. They'd be like, "Oh yeah, hey coach, anything you want." I'm like, "Come on, guys, don't do this just because he's here." But excited for Coach Dayball. I think what's really cool in this situation, just like an athlete, right? Like, you guys know this. When out there and to show everybody, like, yo, you're not right. I'm going to prove you guys all wrong. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. And I think for Dayball, this is exactly what he's going to do. And I think that's why Tennessee was an attractive spot for him.
Right.
Because he's got a guy like Saleh. He knows that he's going to have full reins over the offense side of the football and kind of have that freedom. He's going to trust him as far as what he needs to do on that side because that's what he had to do in San Fran when they were successful. And I do believe that with that chip on that shoulder and with Cam Ward's ability, guys like Isle Manor as well, like there's some good things there and to be excited about for this crew offensively.
I like it.
Totally agree. When you're looking at this matchup in the big game, you got Sam Darnold, Drake May. Who do you lean to more as far as having a good game or a consistent flow throughout the game, taking the defenses out of it?
Yeah, I think, the one person's name that continues to pop up throughout the week and is clearly like the X factor for everybody is Josh McDaniels.
Yeah.
And I think it speaks to his experience of a play caller. Like, don't be shocked if we see like a game-winning play and it's like a play from 1940 that he saw on film. Like, because we've seen at times like he does just go into the history books and finds those small wrinkles of like, there's no way that they're going to be prepared for this play in this situation. So I give them a little bit of the X factor, and that favors, of course, Drake May. Now, recently, though, I feel like Clint Kubiak and McDonald have really we got to just play. We got to let it fly. We believe in Sam Darnold now. He's proved to us, right, that he can play safe and while still being aggressive. And these last few weeks, I feel like we've really seen that next evolution of, like, what Clint can do as a play caller. Because early in the year, I liked it, but I was like, it's good. I don't know if I really like how he choreographs the games all the time.
Right.
Recently, I feel like, all right, dude's on a heater. Take him to Vegas. Let's get this thing going, man, because like we can win some serious cash money with this guy. But it's going to be a really fun matchup. I give a slight edge though to Drake May because of Josh McDaniels.
When you go
watch out
home,
for the camera.
I know. I do it every time.
When you go, excuse me, when you go see your dad, when you got like Thanksgiving or something, does he have a loop of the Super Bowl just playing in the
Not
house?
at all. My father is the most humble person in the world, and it to the point where it's like super frustrating, because I just want to be like, dude, you were great.
Yeah.
And honestly, you are a Hall of Fame quarterback. I don't give a damn what anybody says.
Yeah.
And it's
he
funny,
was
like,
great, man.
it's one of those things like, it's interesting. People, they bring up like, oh, I'm going to Disneyland. Hey, how about the fact that he went 22-25 and had 2 drops?
Yeah.
A record that still stands to this day at the most important position that the game cares about.
Yeah.
So to me, like, I feel like my father's a legend that gets like overlooked sometimes in the history of the game, and even sometimes in even Giants history.
That's wild.
And overshadowed by guys like LT. Another guy too that's like an unsung hero from that Giants team, Harry Carson. Like, I think Phil Simms, Harry Carson are 2 guys that like need to be in the Hall of Fame. I know they're not like, hey, first ballot, like your favorite players, but they are very important to the history of the game at a time too where the New York Giants really did redefine how the game was played in a certain way with Belichick, with Parcells, their style of defense, the fact that they were playing in old school Giants Stadium with the crown before global warming. Like, this was a thing. Like, my father was talented because he can play in that environment. Like, if Troy Aikman was a Giant, he wouldn't beat Troy Aikman. Like, it's just the facts. So I feel like sometimes, like, my father's too humble, and my brother and I, luckily for us, we have big mouths, and we like to preach our father, right?
Y'all
no doubt.
Y'all level it out. That's all
no doubt, no doubt.
By the
Well,
way-
he's from Kentucky, and unfortunately, we were raised in Jersey, so we're Jersey boys, and we don't know when to shut up.
It's
Yeah.
a little different personality there.
No
By
doubt.
the way, the Disneyland thing is because your dad was the first player to ever
The OG.
say, I'm going to Disneyland after winning the Super Bowl. So
And a funny
that's what you were
story,
talking
when
about.
they first originally approached him for this, they were like, hey, we want you, if you're potentially the MVP, we would like you to say this. And he's like, absolutely not. Don't even talk to me about this. John Elway said,
It's
yep,
a
no
jinx.
problem. No problem. I got you. So Big Phil was kind of like, nope,
Big Phil.
You know, yeah, and he is. He is.
Don't wanna
he's
talk
a big
about it
effort,
right now.
you know. So I don't mess with Big Phil, you know. But yeah, it's really cool. It's a great piece of history, right, in football. And he even said Disney World before there was Disney World. So he probably gave, you know, those guys at Disneyland. They're like, you know what, we should make it the world, you know. So it's pretty cool.
That is great.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Good to see you, Matt.
I really
Thanks,
appreciate
man.
it. And
Appreciate
hey,
you.
go Vols.
Come on, baby.
Not that UT that he went to.
The fake one.
Yeah, that brown orange that they have. You
Brown
know?
orange.
Yeah,
that's,
whatever.
That's the boo-boo.
That's
We're
the
the real,
boo. That's
real
right.
orange.
You're
Yeah.
damn right.
Get
Damn
vitamins with us, you flush them out.
Oh
It's
my
easy.
God, gonna be talking so much
saying.
smack,
Can't wait.
right? When we win that
Can't
game,
wait.
Why
right?
not?
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, y'all are a hot mess, every one of you. I'm an Auburn girl, War Eagle.
Yeah, honestly, we got nothing for you right now. Okay, all right.
Hey,
Yeah.
listen, I tell the boys all the time, I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm in that area, that time frame where you guys were when the Vols were a dumpster fire and the Greg Schiano stuff happened and all of that Butch Jones. And
Oh, I know.
feel like that's where my Auburn team is right now. Like,
Yeah, we
like
all
I'm
go
the
through
juice
it.
of
Yes,
the
we do.
dumpster.
And
Ugh.
you know what's great about football too, like as you think about, like I was a part of course, dumpster fire years at Tennessee, right? And our loss to LSU. Oh my God, still have nightmares about that game.
Yeah.
Still have trauma that I talk to my therapist about all the time. But you know, like what's great about football is that many years later, you know, I hated Coach Dooley when I left Tennessee. I was pissed at him. Like I felt like he betrayed me, all of that, and a lot of that was just my own mind tricking me into believing that, right? To protect myself from like, I just didn't play that well when I needed to.
Yeah.
And fortunately, many years later, I'm at ESPN, right? Actually, just a year ago, I'm at ESPN Radio, and they're like, you know, we're looking into this coach to like be on the show with you guys. You know, do you think you get along with Derek Dooley? And I'm like,
oh, boy.
no way.
Oh,
I'm like,
boy.
no way.
That's
That's
a
the
joke.
coach you want to be on the show? And they're like, yeah, like, what do you think about it? I'm like, I would love to have him on the show.
That's amazing.
And we really rekindled our relationship.
Yeah.
And, like, to this day now, like, we text all the time and, like, super powerful moment. Like, I get chills thinking about it right now because of the way that I tricked myself into believing how I thought about him, like, as a player for my own failures and having this opportunity, like, by the grace by God, to find this relationship again with him, like super powerful moment.
That's
you know,
amazing.
That's what's so great about football and just life in general, and how it circles,
it's
right?
It's a journey, man.
It's a journey,
Yeah.
and like, you know, it's a shame. Like, and I tell him to this day, I'm like, Coach, like, I was not my best for you. Like, I was not in the right mental space all the time to be the Volunteers quarterback for you, and I'm really sorry that I let you down because I feel like I'm a part of the reason why you ultimately lost your opportunity to be the head coach there. But, like, to this day, man, like, I love that dude. Really appreciate it. I know Tennessee Vol fans out there, they might think a certain way about Coach. I'm just telling you, he's an awesome dude. Love that guy to death. We'll do anything for him to this day. And, you know, we're quick to judge people. We're quick to be critical of others. And this was just a small example of just, like, how powerful life can be and, like, what it really means to be a human being. Because, like, I love Coach Julian. I just – you know, hey, I'm sorry, Tennessee fans, that, like, we didn't get it done for you. We went through tough times and all that, but, like, he's a great dude. We had potential, no doubt. Saw some great moments, man. Yeah. And, hey, this game is tough as hell sometimes.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
No, it means a lot to my heart because I left Tennessee, like, very stained, you know.
Yep.
I was not proud to be a Volunteer when I left. You know, I felt like I was, like, left out there, like I was sabotaged and all that. And, like, to some degree, you know, maybe Jim Chaney did a little bit, right? Offense changed all of a sudden when Tyler Bray went in there. You know, now I was like, oh, we're going to throw it 60 times a game. I was like, what? What? I could have done that, man. I could have thrown it 60 times.
I wanted to do it.
You know, and it stunk because it's like it wasn't Tyler's fault, you know?
No, yeah.
It was just like the circumstances and all that. So it's cool how just, you know, with time and all that and reflection and, like, really asking yourself, like, those deep questions about life and just about people, you know, that's what the game of football can do for an individual, right? And just helping you grow and mature. And I just wanted to share that small story because, like, love Coach Julie. Really appreciate him. And whatever the Tennessee Vols fans think of him, like, hey, don't mess with my dude now. All right, because I will turn on that jersey, all right, to defend my guy, even though, you know, hey, we just didn't get it done together.
Dude, he's about to be a what, senator or something?
Well, yeah, and, you know, I'm trying to get into politics too now. So, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, Coach, what do you got a spot for me over there?
Yeah. Awesome. All right, well, thank you, Matt Sims.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate the time, the stories, all of that. That is great. Although I do wish we had more time so so we could get into some of like Dooley's, shower stories and whatever else.
I don't know anything about the shower stories
No,
now.
no,
but we can
just
definitely talk about those orange pants.
those
all right?
orange pants, like the crazy things that he would say. We'll have to have you on in this.
My favorite
You know
moment
what
was
I mean.
messing up
Didn't
his
he
hair.
talk-
Senior day, walked out there, I shook
Oh,
his
he
hand up, and I was
doesn't
like,
like that.
I just went real aggressive, and he was like, "Damn it, Sam's." In his great, Southern accent, it was awesome. Yeah.
No, the shower story is the hygiene thing.
The
I got
hygiene.
to- I
That's
got
what-
Okay,
I'm
all
sorry.
right, there we go. I was
I'm
like,
sorry,
we're taking
I
a
better-
weird turn here. Yeah.
No, sorry. I got to be better about being specific because that did sound a little
There's
creepy.
some locker room talk, and then there's that.
Yeah. No, the hygiene.
Right.
We had to learn hygiene in this place.
I
yeah.
love it.
Okay, good stuff. All right, thank you, Chris. Appreciate you.
Oh, she just called me.
Sorry.
Chris.
Thank you, Matt.
Oh,
Appreciate you.
well,
I'm sorry, Matt.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
sorry.
The one that got away.
You know what? I'm going to Texas now, too. All right?
Hey, I'm so sorry. Y'all do look alike, though.
Of course. Yeah.
And I just got it right the entire show,
We
and
think
then
we
I
have the same
screwed it
dad,
up at
so
the
yeah.
end. Yeah,
We
I
think we have the
also
same father,
covered Chris when he was with the Titans. I was still working
Oh,
for
yeah.
local
Yeah.
news there for that
No doubt.
tiny thing. So sorry, Chris Sims. 3HL live from Radio Row coverage
again.
presented.
Did it again.
Sorry, Matt Sims.
That is.
Our friends at Circus Sports and Durastar.
I go by Matthew Christopher Phillip Sims.
Matt,
All right?
I'm
Yeah, it's okay.
sorry, Matt.
It happens.
Let's
It's all
end
part
this
of it.
segment now.
Yep.
What's happening, good people? Big Slay coming to you with BrentwoodJewelry.com. That's where you need to head over to and get taken care of. Why? Because you know what's right around the corner. Valentine's Day is there. So if you're looking for anything that, can shine and, make somebody's heart smile or their facial expression change into smiling, especially right there in the Nashville area, man, a lot of ice and things going on, getting people stuck in the house. You got an opportunity to warm the hearts of people. All you got to do is go to Brentwood Jewelry. That is 7012 Church Street East, located right there off of Franklin Road. Brentwood Jewelry, the exceptional style, exceptional deals being brought to you every single time by the Momley family. Go in there and holler at Brandon. Tell them Big Slay sent you in there to holler at them and watch you get taken care of. When it comes to watches, they are the best. When it comes to pre-owned Rolexes, vintage and current, it does not matter. They're going to wrap it around your wrist and it's going to be glistening, I promise you. Priceless heirlooms that you want to get transformed back into that special gift. They also do that. Whether it be earrings, whatever it is, you got it. They can take care of it. It's BrentwoodJewelry.com. Welcome back to 3HL right here on 104.5 The Zone. We locked and loaded with you good people on Radio Row right here in San Fran, Babsy. You want to hit the people with the guests we got?
I don't know
Bring us
why.
in the right way,
why
baby.
am I hitting people with this guest?
you
Because
deliberate.
he's one of you guys.
That's right.
You know, of all
One of
over
us.
here.
Well, I
But
can't.
that's
I
okay.
can't talk.
I know you can't talk. I'll handle it. That's all right. Joe Milton is at the table with us. Super excited. Quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys now. And before we get into ball talk and Tennessee talk and all of that, and I let these boys just take all over. Before that, I want to talk about something that you are super passionate about from a charity standpoint that you've kind of dedicated your time to. Just kind of tell us a little bit about your charity project.
Absolutely. So standtogether.org /NFL, you will find my foundation that I'm trying to create, that I'm starting, and that is for single mothers with kids. You can have a lot of kids, you can have one child, it doesn't matter. I feel like when you're a single mother, that life is the same regardless on your circumstances, because at the same time you're going through the same thing spiritually, emotionally, and physically. So therefore, my whole point is that you're not alone. I witnessed it. I'm the oldest of 7. I lost my sister when I was 7. So being in a household with 6 kids and just my mom, and if she had a boyfriend at the time, like, it was just so much going on to the point where it came down to me fighting her boyfriends that she had. It had me just trying to be a man at an early age and not allowing myself to be a child. So it's just a lot that goes along with that. And I know for the child, you're putting a lot of stress on yourself because you feel like you have to do everything. And I know what it takes. I know what you're going through, but you don't have to do everything. And it's going to come to a point where whatever sport you're playing, you're going to say, oh, I'm doing this for my mom. I'm doing this for my family. But I was that kid before, too. I used to say it a lot, like, I'm doing this for my mom. I'm doing this for my siblings. I don't want them to live the life I have, right? But that's not what it's about. It's about doing it for you so you can take care of your family. Because if you're not taking care of yourself, you're not going to be able to take care of your family. So whenever you come to the realization of that, everything's going to flow. Everything's going to be right in motion for you. But as long as you're keeping God first and keeping your circle tight, and that's a part of me creating this because I want to be a green circle for kids, for mothers, whatever that may be. Going back and having camps in Knoxville, I already had 2 of them so far, me and Hendon. But also it's just camps, reading books, just going back and being able to talk. Like, if I have to go sit on your living room couch to talk to you, to get you to understand, like, it's more to life than just football, basketball, whatever sport you're playing, because at the end of the day, you're a human being. And at some point, something's going to stop sports-wise. So you got to be able to have something to fall back on, and you got to be able to be a man at the end of the day. So.
I love that. That's real right
Got
there.
to.
Standtogether.org /NFL if you want some more info and help out Joe Milton as he gives back.
Hey, man, Joe, first of all, from 1 that comes from 7. I was the oldest of 7, though, on my mom's side, 6 on my pop's side. But I think that's tremendous, dog. You know what I mean? We grow up, especially nowadays, not having a lot of times the Boys and Girls Clubs and centers and things of that nature that were nurturing us, you know what I mean, as far as a getaway. That's so much needed, man. And don't be afraid to venture down out of Nashville. So
absolutely,
you got some people
he
that got
does
your
a
back
ton
down
in
there.
Nashville.
No question.
For sure.
We had to link up on that. So moving on with that, though, your football journey. You're always one that's smiling out here, Joe. And now knowing a little bit of your history, it makes a lot more sense why you're smiling because what you've been through. But talk about that transition from being the guy, you and Hendon getting that bond together, then moving on and you taking the helm, and now to where you are today. How was it adjusting, transferring from Michigan to Tennessee and going on that ride? Tell me what that ride was like.
Man, it was difficult. Not as difficult as I make it seem or someone to make it seem. Like I tell a lot of people, you can't come and watch Joe Milton and be like, oh, I'm going to judge him off this part of his book. Like I still hold a pen to my book, right? So Michigan was great. I graduated. I did something that nobody in my family ever done.
Yeah.
I graduated in 3 years. I graduated high school and college in 6 years. So
Jeez.
I did something that a lot of people didn't do in my family. So I
You
really
did something nobody at this table did either, just FYI.
Straight up.
So that's
Yeah.
just something that I actually like just cherish. Those moments. Like I appreciate Michigan for even offering me. A kid from Pahokee, Florida. Like I never seen that day happening.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people from Pahokee that went to Michigan. Well, not a lot, but 3 of them. But at the same time,
Really?
you never seen that happening for me. I never
Yeah.
seen that happening for myself because I was the kid in the hood where you'll look at me and you'll be like, oh, you're another one of them.
Yeah, there go Joe in there.
Like, that's Joe. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And you got drug dealers coming to my mom's house, knocking on the door, trying to get me to go throw the ball for them. Like, I'm playing football with grown men.
Yeah.
Like, I'm making $100 a day throwing a football for them. Like, that's what I'm doing in the hood. So it's my mom didn't even know I was doing that until the
Wow.
day that they came and knocked on the door.
Yeah.
And that's what I've been doing ever since. So the transition from Michigan to Tennessee was, I didn't know if the grass was actually going to be green on the other side. Like, yes, Coach Heupel called me and was like, you know, the third time's a charm. Like, I tried to recruit you at Missouri. I tried to get you again, but it just didn't work out. So now when I'm at Tennessee, it can work out. So I was just like, man, let's roll. Like, you tried already. I'm tired of trying, so let's make it happen. And I get there, and I just bounced off an injury from my UCL in my right thumb on my throwing hand. Coming off that injury, just trying to, like, prove myself again.
Yeah.
And I'm not proving it to myself. I was trying to prove it to other people. And it didn't do nothing but mess me up because I was trying to impress people. Like, if you go back and watch my early years at Tennessee, I look like somebody that never played the position, right? I'm panicking and my footwork is all over the place. I'm missing throws. So everything was just everything. I was trying to play catch-up ball. So once you come to the realization of just calm down, just let everything come to you and not try to go chase it, it's going to happen.
So what led you to that moment where you realized, hey, I need to change how I view this?
Man, that pit game when I tore 2 ligaments in my ankle and Hendon went in and he started and he threw a touchdown to the tight end through the middle. When I tell you that day, from that day on, I was pissed off. Because I'm like, man, this man finna take my job. Like, and then I couldn't do anything about it because he was doing everything right. And I wasn't. I was trying to prove people right. I was trying to, play catch-up ball, and it wasn't right for me. So what I did was that day after the pit game, I went to my room. I looked myself in the mirror, and I was just like, I got to change something. Something got to change. Like, it got to change fast. And I just started praying more and making it happen. And I had invited him to the house, and we had a heart-to-heart. And ever since that day, we've been cool, like close.
So was it difficult to understand that it's nothing personal with him?
Yeah, it was difficult.
Because you guys are friends and tight.
It was difficult at first, but
it was.
I couldn't.
Because that's the competitor in you.
Yeah, my heart too pure to even like tell him the wrong thing and let him go out on the field and mess it up. Because at the end of the day, if I tell him that he go do that, I'm hurting the team, and I got to live with that. You know, so
that's so interesting.
I just wanted to see the best for him.
That is fascinating.
It was great to see like him not even walk to the coach. Like he was walking up to me right after a drive, and it was like, hey, JoJo, what did you see? Instead of him going up to the coach or the headset and be like, hey, coach, like, I don't really know what was going on. He was coming up to me, hey, JoJo, what did you see? Do you feel like I should have went to that side, or you feel like I should have went to the other side?
Hendon Hooker sitting down right next to you.
How cool is this? We got both y'all together.
Appreciate y'all having us.
Yes.
Go ahead and turn him up. We can do a mic check right now live on the air.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
There you go.
There you go.
How important is this guy sitting next to you to your development, Joe Milton?
Man, super important, super important. Not only did he light a fire up underneath me, but he's been such a huge support system, and even off the field, just leaning on him, about everyday life. Joe is well beyond his years. And just leaning on him about going through things, whether that be football, whether that be family. He's been a great helping hand.
Joe, do you want to be a coach?
Yeah, I do.
I can hear it. You really enjoy that, don't you? The mentor
I do.
part?
It's more of just like I didn't have it in my life. So like thinking about it, it hurts me to my core to like just think that nobody actually wanted to help me as I was growing up. Like, my dad only taught me so much, like, not to like knock him, but it's life though, man. Like, that's something that I had to deal with. Like, teaching my brothers how to be a man now. Like, my little brother about to have twins at 21, so teaching him how to be a man. I already had my first child, so just trying to teach him how to be a man, man. It's difficult when you're trying to be a man and you're trying to teach somebody how to be a man.
Preach.
Like, you're trying to live through two different lives. So not having somebody with that guidance in my life, like, the only thing I can ever do is just try to give back to the people that don't have it, man.
Yeah. This relationship right here, this brotherhood, difficult to kind of groom this, mold this in today's age, which you got NIL, transfer portal, the competitive greatness that y'all both showed. Like, what was it that made y'all stay? I understand you, Joe, when you were saying that clicked a switch, like you were pissed off.
Sure.
But, Hendon, what was it about you in that moment to say, you know what, I'm going to embrace this? And I hope he embraced it too, because a lot of people can be standoff and push back from that.
Yeah. I still remember my talk I had with Coach Golish when he said that Joe was coming, even though my roommate told me 3 months ago that Joe was coming.
Yeah. Put this under the table.
He was like, we're bringing in Joe Milton. You know, how do you feel about that? And, you know, since a kid, I've been in quarterback battles. On my own father's team, my father was my Pop Warner coach for 1 year.
Yeah.
And he started a kid in front of me and said, well, y'all got to battle. So we ended up splitting halves.
Pops.
Oh yeah, Pops cutthroat. Pops cutthroat. So we ended up splitting reps. I had the first half, he had the second half. So that's been the story of my life. I'm always willing to compete. In our business, you got to take bread off another man's plate, and that's exactly what I told Coach Golish. And I was excited for Joe. When I looked up who he was, I'm like, 6'5", 245, 1,000 yards in 4 games. 1,000 yards in 4 games.
That's nuts.
That's insane.
That's video game numbers.
That's insane. So, just him coming in, and also like the quarterback room wasn't very deep in depth. So him coming in, that was a great pickup for the team as a whole, and the energy that he brought to the locker room.
Yeah.
And I fed off him in a sense. He'd go out and make a crazy play. I'm like, I gotta top that, or he might run away with this competition. So day in and day out, I'm chasing him, he's chasing me, and it's a true iron sharpening iron.
Yeah, I love the
beautiful.
brotherhood, man. No question. And it spilled over into y'all locker room to other players as well. I went through something similar. I want to know your perspective on it. Junior year, rolling. I said on the league, it's a done deal. We playing Syracuse at home. I tear my ACL. It kind of changed the trajectory, even though I bounced back, had some great years. But talk about that South Carolina game and what you went through in that moment and then moving after.
Yeah, what's really crazy is I didn't run prior to that game the entire week. So I was just sitting in the pocket throwing the ball. I tore my meniscus the game before against Missouri. So I'm playing the entire South Carolina game on a torn meniscus. The third play of the game, I take off for 50, 55 yards.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I'm good to go, man.
Yeah.
We ain't got to worry about this knee thing.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm good money.
And then next time I tried to run, put my foot in the ground, and I have no meniscus, so it's nothing to stabilize the ACL.
Oh,
and
man.
just tear my ACL. But I had a feeling that the ground didn't feel good to me pre-game.
It didn't look good.
Yeah, it was like sand and
It
dirt.
was
I'm
choppy.
I'm like, man, this doesn't feel right. But then,
Bad condition.
it was a tough deal. I remember Joe was the first person to come talk to me when I got off the ground. And I was bawling my eyes out.
Yeah.
And he just told me, like, bro, I got your back. I'm going to finish it for us.
Joe, watching that, when that happened, your thoughts on that?
It just gave me chills to my body just then. It was just sad to see somebody that I'm close to was about to win a Heisman. That was something that we talked about in our apartment. Like living together, that was just something that we just talked about everything that we was about to do. And going into that week, like you said, he didn't run. No, he did not run. And it was just like, as soon as I seen him fall, it was just like, no. Like, no way. Like, no way. Just Really just no words. The only thing I could have said, well, the only thing I did say was I got your back. Like, that's about the only thing I could say. Like, I didn't want to say, man, like, no way, or like, man, I'm sorry, or I didn't want him to feel worse than he already did, you know? So it was just more of just like, man, I got it. Like, I got you.
Yeah.
I mean, so.
How do you guys, yes, Hendon Hooker and Joe Milton right here, both of them with us. I know Vols fans that listen to us are just loving this right now, and so are these two. But how do you guys communicate, follow each other's careers now in the NFL?
Same
text,
way.
You
Same
way.
way.
Same call, yeah.
Same way.
It'd be a group FaceTime.
Yeah,
with
same way.
Me, Joe, Tyler Barron, and then Kamal Haddon will hop on there sometimes. But it'd be us three. And we'll just keep it 100 with each other.
Yeah.
Like, Tyler, you don't think you can make that tackle?
Yeah.
You know,
Ain't nothing like a group text.
or asking Joe, like, Joe, what you see on that? Or, Joe's the same way on me. Like, man, you got to get your feet set a little quicker. Your eyes, you're not working your eyes, da-da-da. But it's just a lot of friendly, constructive criticism.
Yeah.
For sure.
I love that. Okay, can I ask him what I have wanted to ask him forever is like, when did you know that you had cannon arm?
That's a great question.
Like, seriously, was it like, were you like 4? I mean,
He was out there throwing for grown folks playing football.
yes,
so
I know.
$100.
So I never actually threw the ball far until I went to that camp when I moved to Orlando.
Really?
So, like, in Pahokee, I was just
Playing quarterback.
Like, I wasn't throwing go balls. I wasn't the kid that was like, let him run and then throw it like I do now. I wasn't doing that. I was just trying to get it there.
Yeah.
And I didn't know I actually wanted to play quarterback until the hood came to my door and they was just like, come play quarterback. And I was like, oh, I really can do this. Like, they see something in me. So, and then when I moved to Orlando, after my freshman year, we had a 7-on-7 camp. That's when Body Armor had their 7-on-7 camp. It was 6 other quarterbacks, 6 other high school quarterbacks, and they was like, we're going to have a distance competition. They threw the ball. The last person before me threw the ball 65 yards.
Oh, my gosh.
And when I let the ball go, I threw a 75 in the 10th grade, and I was like,
Lord.
and everybody ran up to me.
How tall are you in
I was
10th
about
grade?
6'3".
Dang.
I was about 6'3".
So have you ever been clocked throwing a baseball?
Yeah, 95.
95?
Yeah,
Heat.
high school.
No training.
No
No.
training.
Just
No
out there
nothing.
slinging.
Just chunking
No
it.
training, no nothing.
Freaking amazing.
Let's go.
Savannah Bananas after football.
There you go.
We have a quarterback down there, Cam Ward, man, and
Yeah.
the reason they were able to get that pick was because of what you did in the last game. What was it going into the game? How'd you feel about that? You have we're the flagship station of the Titans, by the way, and the ball. So, I'm gonna do something for the home state. I'm gonna get them this number one because I ain't going out here losing. How do you walk into the last game like that? With
Talking
that
about the Bills game?
Yeah, absolutely.
I was just more frustrated throughout the whole season
Yeah.
because I didn't have an opportunity.
Yeah.
So everything just kind of built up to that point. Like, I used to go home and, like, my girl could vouch for this when she was here. Like, I used to go home and just, like, legit just go to my game room and just sit on the futon and just, like, tear up a little bit just because I wasn't playing. My competitive spirit too high. Like, I put too much in it to – like, I went through a whole pre-draft process, had to go to the combine, had to do all this for y'all, and
Come on, man.
I'm here just –
Come on, man. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I'm just here, you know.
Man, what?
And then I had 2 guys in front of me, like, they were great players, but at the same time, it was like, we competing in practice. You see what I'm doing.
Yeah.
How come you never, like, just like, okay, I just want to give him one play.
That's it.
You know, just one play.
Yep.
You know, I'm not asking for the whole game.
Yeah.
At least give me a drive, though. You know, just so it all just built up. Like, I'll tell you the whole rundown. When that week came, I'm like, they probably going to let me play. They probably not. But if they do, it's over.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Remember
over.
this one.
Like,
Yeah.
and that Monday, we came in the quarterback room. I'm sitting in my chair. The offense coordinator right here to my left, the quarterback coach to the left of him, Drake across from me, Jacoby to the left of the quarterback coach. Mayo walked in there. He looked. He say, so fellas, Joe's going to start this week.
Yeah.
I looked at him. I said, you joking? He said, no, I want to see what you got. Offense coordinator, everybody started laughing like, you know what I mean, a little chuckle. I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, I want to see what you got. Let's go, baby.
Yeah.
I said, all right, bet. Get out of my me room. Let's start this meeting.
Yeah. It's on.
It's on.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't no more talking after that.
Yeah,
Like,
buddy.
And you balled out.
yeah, it was
Love
great.
that.
It was great. I had a lot of fun, for
Yeah,
sure.
supposed to, man. Standingtogether.org. You both are associated with it. Continue doing that. Anything we can do, y'all got a platform in Nashville.
Yep.
Man, y'all can keep on inspiring each other, dog.
Most
It's a
definitely.
tough game y'all in, man, and it's cutthroat. Y'all know that.
Yeah,
Y'all
most
done been
definitely.
through it. So keep building with each other, man. Y'all got 110% support from us and the Vols. You better believe it.
Absolutely,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
You know
baby.
the balls.
Yeah.
They're so cute. Like, look at them, like buddies.
Handsome.
Yes, sorry,
Yeah, yeah.
handsome. I sound like an old woman. Thank you guys, Hendon,
Thank
Hooker,
you.
Joe Milton. Appreciate you guys always pulling for you too.
Thank you so
and
much.
everything you do. All right, this is 3HL 104.5 The Zone. We're back after this live from Radio Row.
Daisy Brand, that is the name you need to know when you go to the grocery store. They make great French onion dip and Daisy Ranch dip as well. And you can get these products at any grocery store, and you need to get your snack game going, get your snack game up, and you do it with Daisy Brand French onion dip, Daisy Ranch dip as well, made with ingredients that you can find in your kitchen. No preservatives, no artificial ingredients. I enjoy eating Daisy dips with chips, wings, and veggies, and you will too. Got important things to watch this weekend, and you've got important snacks to have, and you do it best with Daisy French onion dip, Daisy Ranch dip at any grocery store. Welcome back in 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Appreciate you being with us. Certainly appreciate our sponsors that have made our Media Row coverage possible for you guys. Circus Sports. Be sure to check them out if you're looking to go to Vegas and escape the winter weather in Nashville. This is a great place for you to go. They have Stadium Swim, which is a 143-foot television screen with all kinds of games. They said they can play as many as 16 college football games on a college football Saturday on that screen.
Dude, that would be fun for a college football day, huh?
Yeah, and the casino is amazing as well. They've got a sports book in there with like movie theater seating with another big A screen like that. Plus, Babsy won like $1,000 on the way out of there this week.
Thank goodness, because otherwise I would have left a whole lot of money in that casino.
Also,
hit a nice slot jackpot on the way out.
Also, our friends at Durastar, make sure you check those guys out. And, of course, 3HL is presented by Spring Hill Heating and Cooling, springhillac.com. Media Row, interesting in San Francisco, just to kind of try to set the scene for you, we're across from Pat McAfee. We're across from Pro Football Talk. We are surrounded by the Bussin' with the Boys guys, for example, who, by the way, will be on today to close the show out. Taylor Lewan texted us and said, where you guys were coming. And we said, hell yeah, let's close the show with you. Slay has gone to Charlotte to be on the SEC Network tomorrow, so you'll be able to see him. Tennessee, Kentucky, obviously one of the games coming up tomorrow. He'll be in Bristol on Monday and Tuesday, so you can check him out on ESPN Monday and Tuesday. But it's kind of a compact area here at the Moscone Center, so everything's kind of like right on top of each other this year.
Way more crowded than usual.
Yes.
But that's okay. Still like it.
How about
your voice is back too?
Yeah, it kind of goes in and out.
It's in and out.
So,
Let's go.
But by Monday, I'll be good. How about Joe Milton and Hendon Hooker together?
I love it together.
That was awesome. And I love that Joe Milton sat here and said, you know what? I was pissed. When Hendon threw the touchdown pass against Pittsburgh down the middle of the field, I was pissed.
He said he's going to take my job.
He's going to take my job. And he goes from that moment within himself to them being best of friends.
How about Milton, man? Did you know the depths of his story growing up? I didn't really until he kind of got into it.
He said the hood came to my door.
The
hood knocked on my door. That's what he said.
They'd pay him $100
to throw footballs?
To go throw footballs for the grown men. That's crazy. That's crazy.
So hopefully you enjoyed that. If you missed anything, you can get it online, 1045thezone.com, or you can go to YouTube and make sure you subscribe to the 1045 The Zone YouTube channel. 3HL has a channel. All the shows have a channel, but you can find all of the conversations there as well. Coming up at the 5 o'clock hour, Lewis Riddick will join us. And he can talk from an analyst perspective, from a potential GM perspective, from a scouting perspective. Always great. Always lays it out there.
I want to know if he is still interested in a GM position. He has interviewed for a couple of them.
Maybe his problem is with regard to that is that he's too real about what he wants.
He will absolutely tell you how it is.
We told you that we're going to close the show with the Bussin' with the Boys guys, Will Compton and Taylor Lewan. You won't want to miss that.
But who's in between?
Bo Jackson. Are you getting nervous? You going to be able to hold yourself together?
I'm so nervous. You know I'm going to fangirl.
All right.
You know I'm fangirling.
More 3HL coming up. 3HL presented by Spring Hill Heating and Cooling, springhillac.com. Our coverage presented by Circus Sports and Durastar. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
All right, guys, it's Valentine's Day. It's coming up. It's the month of love. You don't want to screw it up. So you know what you need to do? Go get a gift card from A Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa. The woman in your life will love this unique and thoughtful gift. Always in style, always fits, always appreciated. And maybe you say, okay, well, my mom doesn't like massages, or my sister doesn't get facials, or whatever. It doesn't matter. You choose your budget, and then the woman in your life can use this gift card to choose from at least a dozen 2,000 different services all under one roof at a Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa. And I'm talking massages, manicures, pedicures, sunless tanning, waxing, makeup, facials. They have a hair salon there. Maybe she needs a haircut. You can do anything there. They do it all. And then they even have cute gifts in their gift shop up front, and the place smells amazing. By the way, if you're interested in this, we are going to be live at a Moment's Peace on Monday. So come on out, see us for 3HL 3 to 6 at a Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa. It is located in Cool Springs across I-65 from Galleria Mall, right at the intersection of Carruthers Parkway and Bakers Bridge Avenue. Come see us or get a gift card 24/7 instantly on their website, amomentspeace.com. We'll see you Monday at a Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa.
Good evening from the Circus Sports of the Main Kentucky Downs studio. I'm Ross Johnston. We had 5 new Hall of Fame inductees last night at the NFL Honors. Saints quarterback Drew Brees, Cardinals receiver Larry Fitzgerald, Panthers linebacker Luke Kuechly, Patriots and Colts kicker Adam Vinatieri, and 49ers running back Roger Craig. Also tomorrow, Vanderbilt and Tennessee are back on the hardwood. The Commodores host Oklahoma at 2:30 in Memorial Gym. And the Vols head to Lexington to face off against Kentucky at Rupp Arena with tip-off set at 7:30 p.m. You can catch Vol Network's coverage of that game right here on The Zone. As we head into this final hour of 3HL's coverage from Radio Row, they will be talking to ESPN's Louis Riddick, Bo Jackson, former Auburn and Raiders running back, and they will wrap things up with the Bussin' with the Boys crew, Taylor Lewan and Will Compton at the end of the hour. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Welcome back into 3HL right here on 104.5 The Zone, live and direct at Radio Row right here in San Francisco. Babsy?
Coverage presented by our friends at Circus Sports and Durastar, and you can hear any of our conversations from this event online at 1045thezone.com. Super excited about our next guest because, in my opinion, he is by far one of the best analysts for ESPN, for us at ESPN, and so glad to have you here, Louis Riddick. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you. Thanks for having me.
Yes.
There's a lot of ESPN flavor here.
Yes, yes.
We got the market cornered.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, you know what? I mean, look, it is the biggest platform. Whether people like that or not, it is.
That's true.
It's everywhere.
That's true.
Yeah.
How surprising is this? I'm losing my voice. How surprising is this Patriots story? 4-13 last year. They start 1-2 this year. Lost to the Raiders, and here they are.
It is, but it isn't. Okay. So,
okay.
Like, I mean, that's how the league is set up, right? The league is set up to kind of reward the teams with the ability to improve your football team that were bad, and to kind of make it more difficult at the teams that were good the prior year, right? So, I mean, they were in a position to where they could go out and really try and really help this football team through free agency. Obviously, you have to hit on your draft picks.
Yep.
They hire a coach who, quite honestly, should Tennessee have ever let him out the door? Probably not. Okay, Josh McDaniels is one of the best offensive coordinators. Say what you want about his record as a head coach.
That's key.
It's huge. It's huge, and you see how big that impact was on Drake. And look, Elliott Wolf comes from the general manager or chief team builder, whatever you want to call him. Look, Elliott was brought up in this business the right way. It all just works. So am I shocked? No, not really. And I know people make a big deal out of their record. I mean, out of the quality of their opponents that they played this year. It's the NFL, though, dude. You still got to win games. So, no, I'm not shocked. I think a lot of things fell their way. And here they are. So, I mean, it is what it is.
So the NFL offers hope, right? That's the one thing
you know
they
what?
do. So Titans fans can see a story like this, 4 wins last year, Super Bowl this year, first-year head coach.
Why not?
Why not us?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I mean, really, why not? See, when things like this happen, there's really – what it does is it puts pressure on places like the Tennessee Titans. There's no doubt about that because there is no excuse.
Right.
There really isn't. I mean, this is not – dare I say – this is not college football where, there's a – there are certain teams that are just set up because they have more firepower, they have more resources. In the NFL, it's not like that. So, look, in Tennessee, with the way that they have kind of like restructured things as far as the coaching staff is concerned, and look, Mike Borgonzi comes from a place that has had a lot of success, there are no excuses anymore. And I think at this point in time, look, ownership obviously itself has to really kind of really do a deep dive on themselves and look in the mirror and go, what are we doing to contribute to the lack of success that we're having here? Make sure that they're doing everything they need to do.
What is the reputation?
Not good.
Okay.
It's not good.
Yeah.
Because, look, the fact of the matter is this. I don't know what led to, you guys probably know a lot more than me, what led to Mike not being there anymore, what led to John Robinson not being there anymore. But they were doing pretty damn good when they were there. Okay, they were doing some really good things, and it brought some good players in there. And what Mike has done up in New England, with the support of Mr. Kraft, with the support of Elliott Wolf, with the kind of staff that he was able to put together, some of those guys were down in Tennessee with him. I mean, you sit there and you go, well, what happened? And you know what happens usually in these kind of situations. It's always about relationships.
Yeah.
It's always about power struggles. It's
Yeah.
always about people who want
Ding,
to
ding,
have
ding,
the
ding,
they,
ding.
they want the credit, right?
Yeah.
They want, when it's going good, they want it to be about them. When it's bad, they want it to be about you.
Yeah.
And that's what always fractures this kind of thing. And they're probably kicking themselves in the rear end now.
So do you feel like with where the Titans are now, you've got Borgonzi as the GM,
Yeah.
bringing in Robert Saleh.
Yeah.
He's got 4, former head coaches on
That's
his
right.
coaching staff now.
Yeah.
You got Cam Ward at quarterback. Do
Yeah.
you feel like they maybe have, what do I say, got their Shiano together a little bit?
Well, I think, okay, so the four most important things are GM, head coach, quarterback, offensive coordinator / quarterback coach. I think you probably feel pretty good about Mike, Robert, Brian Daboll, who wanted Cam Ward badly in New York.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good start right there. I am a big fan of Cam Ward.
Yep, I've seen it
Huge
on
fan of
Twitter.
Cam Ward.
I retweeted. I fell in love with him covering him at Miami.
And you know how Cam is.
Yeah.
Cam ain't for everybody.
Nope.
Okay, if you don't like in-your-face, straight-up honesty, you're probably going to be like, I don't like this guy.
Yep.
If you like that kind of thing, you're going to love him. Daboll's kind of the same way. He's old school. You know who he was tutored by, as far as being around Nick. He don't mess around. Those two probably work perfectly together. Robert's a great CEO. Borgonzi was around maybe the best quarterback, one of the top 2-3 best quarterbacks when it's all said and done of all time. I think Tennessee has a lot of stuff to be happy about and a lot of good things to look forward to.
Lewis Riddick with us on 3HL.
Bab said you were good, and I knew you were good. But I wrote down a question to ask you, and you just led right
What
into
was that?
It was about the GMs and how important it is for them to get it right and how much pressure comes down from up top
Yeah.
to make that change. Speaking of Vrabel being let
Yeah.
go, pushed out, whatever it may have been, how much of that comes down on a guy like John Robinson? And then when the coach is brought in, does it shift? Like when you talk about being in unison with up top.
Yeah, okay, well, one of the things that I hate in the NFL is when people separate responsibility for success or failure and say, well, it was the GM, it was the coach. And when those two guys kind of, like when you come in together, you should go out together, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So like the whole situation in Buffalo,
Yep.
I don't like that kind of thing. The situation in New York where Joe Shane stays, John Harbaugh comes in,
Right.
like in Baltimore where, Eric stays, John leaves. To me, that usually is an indication of somewhere along the line, the communication and the stories that people are getting, meaning the owners that they're getting, are kind of a little bit one-sided. Right? Because you can't be good at one without the other. You can't be a great GM without a great coach. You can't be a great coach without a great GM.
Exactly.
And for people to be able to draw those lines in the sand means that you're probably getting more – one person is in your ear a lot more than the other. And quite honestly, a lot of times, the GM's in the owner's ear a lot more than the coach because they're the ones who are sitting up in the box.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they're the ones sitting there going, I wouldn't have called that play.
Right.
I didn't want to play that guy. I didn't want to draft that guy.
Yeah.
Why are they calling that play? And the owner's sitting there going, yeah, you know what? Yeah.
That makes
Damn,
sense.
you're right.
Yeah.
Let's fire. And that.
Yep. That
See,
is.
I don't like that kind of thing, and I know there are people who will refute that, and there are GMs who will refute that. But look, I'll just call shit on that and say this: like I was in there 11 years. I know how that stuff goes, man. I do, and that's not to say there isn't bad coaching in the NFL, and sometimes they need to be held accountable. Marvin Lewis told me a long time ago, way back in 2001, when we were both together in Washington before he went to Cincinnati. When he left to go there to be the head coach, I was like, Marvin, I'm thinking maybe coaching is more for me than front office work. And he's like, Lewis, stay where you are.
Yeah.
Coaching it's a whole different world. GMs have a lot more runway. It's like, I'm not really trying to escape accountability. I just want to be around football. But when he told me that day, I was just like, wow, is it really like that?
Yeah.
And sometimes you see, it is really like that.
Last question in that range before we shift back to the game.
Yeah.
How difficult is it to right those wrongs as a GM, as a coach, when you go and draft a guy or get a guy in free agency? Example, since we're talking Titans, LeJarrette Sneed.
Yeah.
You take guys from Denard Wilson as far as corners, send them away. You don't give them his personnel that they need.
Yeah.
They don't have the equity built up to make that call. As coaches, how difficult is it as a GM to kind of right that wrong and get it right?
Look,
with the timing, how condensed it is to get winning.
I think, you know what, from day one that you get in there, okay, so a lot of the old school mentality when it comes to the delineation between scouts, front office people, and coaches, I don't know how much it exists now.
Yeah.
I just know back in the early
Yeah.
2000s, like scouts and coaches used to a lot of times butt heads.
Yeah.
I used to always sit there and go, you have to work in unison with these guys. You need to spend a ton of – because I was always over on the coach's side of the building. Always. Because my background as a player, like I wanted to learn about what are the kind of things that you're teaching so I know what you're looking for, the kind of skill sets you're looking for, the kind of mental aptitude you're looking for.
Makes sense.
And a lot of scouts would be like, we don't need to do all that. We don't need to like learn all that. We just need to kind of like scout height, weight, and speed and traits and all that. I'm like, and see, that's why, quite honestly, I had a rough time during my scouting career because, to be truthful, I know this is going to not maybe come out the wrong way, but I don't really care anymore. Like, I felt like I know a lot more about this game than what you guys are kind of like talking about here.
That's real.
And so the relationship part of it was tough for me.
Yeah.
Relationships is what it's all about, what you're talking about. You need to be – scouts and coaches need to have an open-door policy where you can just walk in and out, sit down, watch tape with them, invite them to watch tape with you. It's all an educational process because in the end, the most important part of the team building, like trifecta that I call it, right? So there's scouting and evaluation. Then there's valuation, putting a price on guys and selecting them, whether it be the draft or free agency.
Right.
Yeah.
Then there's the final phase, which is development and implementation, utilization.
Yeah.
That's the most important part. Scouts like to think, I discovered that guy. Actually, what it comes down to is how do you use them once you get them in your building.
Yeah.
So scouts like to think that they're geniuses. The real genius is in the utilization of these players. And the only way you can utilize them the right way is if you have a lot of great communication. So any new GM, scout, whatever it is, I would be living in coaches' offices, hanging out with them outside of the building to get to know exactly what it is that they're going to do to develop and utilize players.
So interesting.
Last question for you. Are you liking what you're doing? Do you want to get back into that GM, or do you want to get into that GM role?
I just saw Andrew Luck, and we were over there at Dan Patrick, and I heard him talking about the fact that, being a part of a team, being judged by W's and L's, being on the grass with the players, feeling invested, like that's what he loves about what he's doing now. That's what I miss the most.
Yeah.
I miss the score.
Right.
In media, like you do it, you call a game, you're like, I think that was good. My wife and my kids said, "Hey, Dad, you made some couple great points. You have a great suit." But you're like, did I win though? Did I do it?
Yeah.
Like you look at you look for anything to kind of judge your, how you're doing, whether
Result.
it's what the ratings were,
Yep.
how much money are you making,
Yep.
but it's all, you never kind of quite get what you get when you're a part of a team. But at the same time, for me, with my personality, obviously you can't say everything that you want, but like I remember Seth Markman telling me when he hired me, your personality is what we want. In personnel, a lot of times that can be looked at as abrasive, and maybe you're not a team guy. You don't want to work with other people. But I was a captain, I am a team dude, but I'm also very opinionated.
Yeah.
So maybe this is what I'm destined to do until I'm done, until I retire.
Yeah.
But of course you miss it.
Yeah.
Every game that I call, that's why I love calling games, because you still get a little bit of it.
Right. And you still have the team, like your broadcast
that's right.
crew is
That's
your
right.
team.
But
But there's no W or
but
L.
seeing a scoreboard is kind of what it's all about. That's why I'm a Peloton junkie.
Yeah.
Because I love a score.
Yeah.
I treat Peloton rides like it's a damn game. Like I'm like pre-gaming, I'm like hydrating, warming up, and my wife is like, "What is wrong with you? You're just doing a Peloton ride." I'm like, "No, I'm going for the new high today." You know what I mean?
You need that competition.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Man, you were great. Lewis Riddick, one of my favorites.
Thank
Appreciate you.
Thanks
Thank you
a lot.
so much.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot.
This is 3HL on 104.5 The Zone.
USSTN.com. Tennessee obviously hit hard by severe weather last month from Winter Storm Fern. Dumb name, but great company, and they can help you with anything you're dealing with regard to foundation repair and waterproofing needs as communities across Tennessee continue working to rebuild from flooded homes and storm-damaged schools to infrastructure weakened by melting snow and ice. USS is here to help. Since 1994, USS, United Structural Systems, has helped thousands of families and businesses restore their homes after foundation damage. Often that damage comes from the kinds of severe weather that Tennessee sees year after year. USS doesn't just fix structures, they help restore stability, safety, and peace of mind, especially for people recovering from storms, flooding, and shifting ground. Their community involvement, supporting local schools, neighborhoods, and organizations like Habitat for Humanity reflect that belief that rebuilding is about hope and rising again together. If you or someone you know is dealing with foundation issues, especially after severe weather, connect with a company committed to quality and community. Visit USSTN.com. That's USSTN.com and gain peace of mind with United Structural Systems, foundation repair, and waterproofing services. USSTN.com.
All right, guys, it's Valentine's Day. It's coming up. It's the month of love. You don't want to screw it up. So you know what you need to do? Go get a gift card from A Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa. The woman in your life will love this unique and thoughtful gift. Always in style, always fits, always appreciated. And maybe you say, okay, well, my mom doesn't like massages, or my sister doesn't get facials, or whatever. It doesn't matter. You choose your budget, and then the woman in your life can use this gift card to choose from at least a dozen different services, all under one roof at A Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa. And I'm talking massages, manicures, pedicures, sunless tanning, waxing, makeup, facials. They have a hair salon there. Maybe she needs a haircut. You can do anything there. They do it all. And then they even have cute gifts in their gift shop up front, and the place smells amazing. By the way, if you're interested in this, we are going to be live at A Moment's Peace on Monday. So come on out, see us for 3HL 3 to 6 at A Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa. It is located in Cool Springs across I-65 from Galleria Mall, right at the intersection of Carruthers Parkway and Bakersbridge Avenue. Come see us or get a gift card 24/7 instantly on their website, amomentspeace.com. We'll see you Monday at A Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa. Welcome back in 3HL Live at Radio Row in San Fran. Thanks to Circus Sports and Durastar.
I don't even know how you can talk right now.
I know. I don't know how I can even talk because, and I don't ever fangirl ever. I'm usually professional, but not today.
Usually.
Because it's Bo Jackson.
I'm gonna
War
get you through it, baby.
Damn Eagle. Get me
War
through
damn
it,
eagle,
Bo.
baby. War damn eagle, baby.
Oh, I love it.
War
So
damn eagle.
all of our listeners, they were like tweeting you because we were like, we got to get Bo on. And they're like, oh, I wore 34. I played volleyball at Auburn. Like, you were my hero growing up. I had
Thank you.
I had the
appreciate
damn
it.
poster on my wall, my flower wall, pink wallpaper, and then I had
Listen.
my Bo poster.
The only reason that I'm here is because they said a young lady over there, she's an Auburn graduate, and she played volleyball at Auburn. I said, let's go.
Oh, I love it. I
I said,
love
let's
it.
go.
Even though this Tennessee guy's sitting over here, too.
I know, those damn balls.
We have to do charity work, so it's all right.
yes, Bo.
We always do charity work, so we have to let him come in.
I love it.
I love it.
So before we even get started, I want to hit on this because,
Mm-hmm.
like, Bo, you're breaking news about your health here at Radio Row, and your new project is Bo Knows Men's Health.
Yes.
So fill us in.
Well, I'll tell you what. To make a long story short, everybody got a family history of sports, of illnesses and so forth and so on.
Mm-hmm.
And in my family, it's colon cancer, it's prostate cancer. And a lot of people, the only people that know this is my head trainer, who is now gone to heaven, Coach Dye, who's gone to heaven, and me, and my proctologist. It's when I was 20 years old. I got up to go to class. My roommate's Tommy AG. I get up to get ready to go to class, go in the bathroom. I use the bathroom, get up to flush the toilet. There's blood in my stool. Scared the bejesus out of me. I didn't know what to think, and I didn't tell my roommate. I got up and went to the head trainer. Told him that. We had a game the next day. This was Friday morning. Played a game on Saturday. After the game, he gave me this packet. He said, mix this with, I don't know if it was water or Gatorade, but it was the most, and he said, start drinking this at noon, and you can't eat anything after noon, but you have to drink all the, and I had to drink almost like 2 gallons before I went to bed. Didn't know it. Now he said, stay close to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And he said, because you got to have a colonoscopy tomorrow. And I didn't know what a colonoscopy was. And right after the game, Sunday morning, got up, started drinking that crap. Monday morning, and to the doctor. Put me to sleep, gave me a colonoscopy. Found a polyp. Sent it off. It was benign. But being young, being 20, 21 years old, most kids would ignore that because they think, well, it'll go away.
Yeah.
If I had ignored it, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be enjoying my grandsons right now.
Yeah, you got 2.
I wouldn't be enjoying my 3 kids. I wouldn't be here. Bo Jackson wouldn't exist. Just this past October, I had my prostate removed. So I'm proud to say a cancer survivor. Now, everybody always said, man, you are the greatest this and the greatest that. I don't think God put me on this earth to be a Hall of Fame football player or a baseball player. I think I was put here for a bigger reason. And I've been sharing all my life. I've just now decided to open up about me and things that I do. And one thing that I want to do is peel the layers off of this proverbial onion that we have as men. Because for you and your girlfriends, you all go out to dinner or go out to lunch and sit down and talk. And you all talk about all your girl issues.
Oh, we're going
You
to
all
brunch
talk about,
for
yes,
mammograms.
to sit and talk about mammograms,
Yeah.
breast cancer, colon cancer,
Dudes don't do
every
that.
damn thing.
Yeah.
No.
Guys don't do that because small brains. Small brains, that's what I call it. We got small brain symptoms to where we don't talk about this because we don't want our friends to look at us as being weak or we have a chink in our armor. And we definitely don't want our family members to look at us as being weak. The only people that we talk to us about this is our doctor behind closed doors. And they don't leave that room. Well, like I said, the thing I want to do is peel the layers off of that onion to let people know that it's all right to sit and talk about this. You shouldn't carry this around because pressure will bust a pipe.
Yeah.
if you let it build up. Why not sit up and help try to educate guys instead of having guys afraid to go to the doctor because they're afraid of what the doctor may tell them? Knowledge is power. And we as men have to realize that. If I had because I buried my brother-in-law a couple of weeks ago who had prostate cancer, decided to get radiation, get the seeds. 5-6 years later, it came back. It spread to his bones, liver, lung, then his brains. And we had to go and have his celebration. If I had ignored my issues, not saying my brother-in-law ignored his, but one thing that I know is cancer and Mother Nature is undefeated. Period. You can't fight them. Get out of the way of Mother Nature. As far as cancer, if you can get it out soon enough, then more than likely you'll be okay. Mine was in the infancy stage. I had 2 tiny spots on my prostate. I don't want, no. I want you to take it out for this reason. There's a little guy by the name of Leo Garrett Jackson, who is 2 years old, and Aiden Vincent Jackson, 4 years old. My 2 grandsons. And I think they are, that's what God is giving me to reward me in my life. It's the best gift God can ever give you as grandkids. And I love that. And I want to be around to watch them take their first diving lesson off of the diving board, play in their first Little League baseball game, go to their Taekwondo classes, do all the things that they want to do. And that's what I'm all about. So by spreading the word to anybody out there that will listen, by using my platform, don't be afraid to go to the doctor because you're afraid of what the doctor's going to tell you. Knowledge is power. Find out what it is, get something done about it, and take care of it. Because if you don't, you're setting yourself up for a short walk down a long road.
Preventative, that's, yeah.
Yes,
Yep.
Because I say,
Yep.
Let's not let the women have all the damn fun. Open your mouth, talk. And I'll ask you a simple question.
Oh, here it comes,
Personal.
Mayor.
Would you ever sit around with your buddies? Let's say y'all finish playing golf, 2 or 3 foursomes, and you all in the clubhouse sitting down, eating, having a burger, drinking a beer, talking about the golf. And you say, guys, look, but you know something? I don't want to spoil the moment, but for the past month or so, I haven't been able to sleep right because I've been getting up 3 or 4 times at night to go to the bathroom to pee. You would never say that.
You're right.
You would never say that. Or else, guys, I can't play golf next week because I got a colonoscopy. No. Man, I got a doctor's appointment. I'll see you later. Women talk about that. Women
we
talk
do
about that.
mimosas and brunch
Women
before we
talk
go
about
get
that.
mammograms together.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to do, like I said, is peel the layers off of that onion to make it easier for guys to go get things done.
Yeah.
Because we need to hear this. It's taboo for men to sit up and talk about incontinence, erectile dysfunction. As a matter of fact, every time you turn on the damn TV, there's something about ED on TV.
Or a radio
or turn on
station.
104.5 The Zone.
Yeah.
But we don't talk about that.
Yeah.
We don't talk about
Knowledge
that.
is power.
The first thing, like I said, what's the first thing coming to your mind when you say, oh, you got to get your prostate taken out tomorrow? Oh, hell, there goes my sex life. It's not true. Because that's how men think.
Yeah.
You remember what I said about small brain?
Yeah.
We have that at times. We have that at times. And that's the first thing we think about. The worst thing that you can think about, oh, I can't get a hard on tomorrow. You don't think about, it's going to save my life. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I want to peel the layers off of that onion to make it possible for us to sit down and talk. But I got plans to have a bus wrap and go on tour and go to different towns, meet some of my buddies who I played with, and have a fireside chat to where we invite guys in from all aspects, charge them from anywhere from $1 to $10 to get in. And that money stay in your area to help the guys who can't afford to get a PSA, who don't have insurance to get that test done. We'll have the professionals on the board, on the stage, your doctors, your proctologists, your cardiologists, all the doctors you can. sit on that stage, and we're going to introduce them to the world. We're going to introduce their clinic, which is free advertising for them. But what you got to give back is that you got to give the guy out there that picks up your garbage, you got to give him a discount because he don't have insurance. You got to give him a discount on this PSA test. In the past 6 months, I've taken two PSA tests. Before my surgery, and with my Gleason score, it was a combined 7, which is bad. After my surgery, I got my PSA test. I got it back 3 weeks ago. I opened my chart, and I'm nervous as a cat in a dog pound. I opened my chart. PSA score 0.01.
Wow.
Which is the lowest you can get on a PSA score, unless it's all zeros. And so I'm cancer-free. I want to share that because, like I said, I don't believe I was put on the earth to be the world's greatest athlete or make it to the Hall of Fame.
Which you are.
I was put on the earth to help spread messages like this, to help my fellow man.
Well, thank you for sharing that with our audience for sure.
Thank you.
Jackson with us on 3HL.
Okay, can we?
Let's talk Super Bowl. Let's talk football.
I want to talk about, because, Auburn girl or whatever, so I've heard stories straight from Auburn people about the 40, and I want the real story. I want the real Bo story about the 40.
Real story.
Yeah.
See, back then, we didn't have combines like they got now that look like you're going to Vegas with all the lights and the music and all of this. We had some guys come in, sit up to 40 yards.
To Auburn. They would come to
Auburn
school.
In the bubble.
Yeah.
We had the bubble. That's where they ran it. And it's usually during the spring when I'm running track or playing baseball. So they come in, they sit up the thing, and kids come from all over the state, college kids, because it's at Auburn, to run the 40. I'm on my way to track practice to chase Harvey Glance because that was my practice of track. Coach Rosen said, Bo, if you can catch Harvey Glance in practice, you don't have to practice if you catch him one time. I never caught his ass.
You never caught him?
I never caught him. So I'm on my way to practice. Coach comes over and said, Bo, hey, we got the guys here from the NFL, and they want you to come run a 40. Because I said, I don't need to run the 40. I don't want the Heisman, and I know I'm going to be the first round pick. Why should I go run a 40? Yeah. And all the guys sitting there. And my coach said, man, come on, just please, because they've been blowing my phone up. They've been calling me 24/7. It's both going to be, please, just come and do it for me. I said, all right. We get in the bubble. Now they got the finish line. The finish line is here. The back of the bubble is where that column is, the back door.
It's like 10
So
feet.
you had 10 to 15 yards to stop from running up full 40. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to
No
run
problem
into that
for
damn
me,
wall.
but for you.
No, yeah. So I'm like, I'm not going to run into that wall. So I ran the first 40. You have to put your hands on an electronic starter when you start. Once your hand comes off there, the clock starts. And they got a laser down that breaks. I got down, ran my first 40. And from here to that guy, I just pulled up and coasted through. And I ran like a 4.26.
With pulling up. Yes.
And everybody said, but he didn't run through the tape. And I'm getting myself to get ready to go. And the coach said, Bo, why did you pull up? I said, because that wall is there. I don't want to hurt myself, and I got track practice. They said, well, run through. I said, you open that door or I'm not running.
Yeah.
That door hasn't been open in years.
Yeah.
They raised that door open.
Yeah.
So once I crossed the finish line, I went back the next time, got on the line.
You ran through it.
And I ran through it and kept going.
Yeah.
Because I told my guy to get my track bag, and I'll meet you going up to the track. And I ran through, and I never stopped.
You never came back in.
He went straight to practice.
And everybody had stopwatches. And some of them had a 3.9, some of them had 3.95, a 4 flat, and this, but the electronic tape said 4.13. At 222.
You were 222 pounds?
222 pounds.
So fast forward to the game against the Seahawks when you ran through the tunnel. Were you like thinking about that? As you,
No, because when
that's the exact visual.
No, I never thought about that. The only thing I thought about when I had long runs was don't let them catch you. And the reason for that is because when I was a kid, I'm always in trouble. And I got more butt whippings than any 20 kids put together. So my mother would tell my older brothers and sisters, you either catch him or you're going to take his ass whooping. So that Seattle run and all my other runs, I'm thinking in my head, I hear a voice, don't let them catch you. I'm not running from the defense. I'm running from my brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
So in the Seahawks game,
that's amazing.
My brothers and sisters are chasing me, not the Seahawks.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, my gosh. That is awesome.
The Alabama game, I'm running from my brothers and sisters. Because I knew if they caught me, they were going to drag me back. My mom going to whip my butt in the front yard. Because I either broke somebody's window or hit a kid in the head with a rock. I've done something.
Oh, no.
What was recruiting like when you were a kid? Were you always going to Auburn?
No. I was a Bama fan up until they sent Coach Ken Donahue to my house.
Ken Donahue.
And we spoke and conversated, and he told us about how they wanted me there and so forth and so on. And then he said, we want you at Alabama. We think you'll be a great fit. And I'm like, yeah. Then he said, but personally, I don't think you get a chance to play till the end of your sophomore, the beginning of your junior season. And then he said, Auburn hasn't beat Alabama since 1972, and they never will. And we know that's the only school, the only other school that you're interested in to stay close to home so your parents can see you play. Tuscaloosa was 35 minutes from my house. I went to Auburn, and I carried that message with me, and they never will. And sorry for saying it, but I shoved it up his ass my freshman year. But not Alabama's ass, but Ken Donahue's ass.
Yeah.
So I went over and shook Coach Bryant's hand. And Coach Donahue was standing beside him, but I gave him that F you look and walked off.
That is amazing. That's so good. So when did you know you were special as an athlete? Was it, it sounds like you're breaking windows and whatever else as a kid. Like, it sounds like it was early.
I was special as far as beating up other kids and throwing rocks.
You were special at that.
Never thought that was my forte. That's what I did best in life as a kid. But I never looked at myself as being special. Huh. I looked at myself as being part of a group who allowed me to shine. So the reason I'm at the point where I am is because all of my teammates, they helped create Bo Jackson. God blessed me to where I could run like a spook deer. They gave me the avenues and the path and the holes to run through, and that's what I did. So it's not about me. It's about my teammates. They sacrificed for me.
Love that. Love
you just
that
view
message.
it like you just did your job.
Yeah.
I just did my job.
Yeah.
And I always gave the credit to my lineman, to my fullback, to my quarterback, and my coaches.
There he is. He's Bo Jackson. For those that don't know, All-Star Game MVP in baseball and Pro Bowl MVP the same year. Just absolutely amazing. We could spend an hour with you. I know you've got other things to do.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for the time.
Bring your podcast and whatever you want to do to Nashville.
I promise you I will.
Yes.
I promise you I will.
We got you. We'll be part of it.
But I tell you what, bring the podcast and we'll do it at Chiefs.
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
Perfect.
Let's do it.
Because
Eric
I know,
Church?
Eric Church, but I know them all.
They've got a great venue in there.
I know them all.
Eric Church is a big sports guy, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How do you know him?
Huh?
How do you know him? Did you just run into him?
That's confidential.
Fair enough.
Bo knows men's health.
Yes.
Check him out. It's an honor, sir.
Thank you very much,
guys.
guys.
Thank you for being on 3HL.
Thank you for having me.
War Eagle, baby.
War Eagle, baby.
Go Bulls. He said watch after me. 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
What's happening, good people? Listen up, man. Your back's been out there barking. You need to go tell it to stop barking. But if your neck's stiff, your hips feel a little tight, like you just been sitting for too long, probably got a desk job or something like that where you can't get up and get active, it happens to the best of us. It's time to slay that pain, people. You need to go to the Joint Chiropractic of Middle Tennessee. They got 17 locations for you to choose from, so they're open all day, evenings and weekend. And I'm going to be honest, man, I went in, and it's never really a wait. You know, you can do it appointment only if you want to, but there's no appointment needed. That's what you got to understand. No insurance, no worries. You just walk in. Like I said, no appointment needed. And new patients, get this. You're getting the consultation, the exam, and adjustment for $29. And after that, adjustments as low as $18. That right there, easy finish. Headaches, back pain, neck pain, whatever slowing you down, the Joint's got your back. Literally, go to thejoint.com to find your spot, get in, get adjusted, and get back to living.
Daisy Brand, that is the name you need to know when you go to the grocery store. They make great French onion dip and Daisy ranch dip as well. And you can get these products at any grocery store, and you need to get your snack game going, get your snack game up, and you do it with Daisy Brand French onion dip, Daisy ranch dip as well, made with ingredients that you can find in your kitchen. No preservatives, no artificial ingredients. I enjoy eating Daisy dips with chips, wings, and veggies, and you will too. Got important things to watch this weekend, and you've got important snacks to have, and you do it best with Daisy French onion dip, Daisy ranch dip at any grocery store.
All right, wrapping it all up here on 3HL, live from Radio Row in San Francisco. Thanks to our friends at Circa Sports and Durastar, best sponsors ever, allowed us to, chat with my idol, Bo Jackson, Don Davenport, Brent Doherty, Ron Slay, and now we get to chat with our other idols.
Bo Jackson, the
Will
Boston
Compton,
Boys.
Yeah.
Bo
Taylor
Jackson,
Lewan,
yeah.
the
I
Boston
mean, y'all
Boys
are
down here.
right there,
Yeah.
right there. What a
we
boys.
have always been compared to Bo Jackson, so I'm
That's
glad
right.
it continues
We
now.
were
Yes.
doing a FanDuel event last night, and there's this Chalk Talk panel.
Yeah.
Where we're all sitting up there with mics.
Yeah.
And I'm laughing to myself because as I'm sitting up there, they got the whole event done up.
Yeah.
They're doing this panel where a gal's asking us questions, and I'm sitting there in between. It's me in the middle. Rob Gronkowski to my right, Taylor Lewan to my left. Outside of Rob Gronkowski is Russell Wilson. Outside of Taylor Lewan is Saquon Barkley. And I'm like, and you guys also get Willie C. You're right out there like, what
One
kind
of these is not like the other.
The military photo with the clown standing in between everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
Will straight
Hey.
out of Compton.
Yeah.
Kyle
What's up,
Van
Big
Noy.
Dog? Kyle Van
Kyle
Noy.
Van Noy.
Oh, that's so good.
Hey, on
Yeah.
the front end, congrats on all the success, man. You guys have been grinding for so long, and it's great to watch this journey, man.
Dude, it is fun, and it is still one of those things where people are like, hey, you guys are doing great. And it's like, it's insane that people are still about it, or even
I
about it
know.
in general, because it's
Yeah.
like, we're just having fun.
Yeah, it's been fun.
It's been a
a fun
blast.
build. Obviously, you guys were around during the incubation of
Yeah.
it all.
That's what I was going to say. Like, did you ever think when you had this freaking raggedy ass bus, like, sitting in a
Whoa,
lot
that's a
that wouldn't-
crazy shot
that-
of that bus.
But it's true. Like,
It
the
is.
thing wouldn't even run. Like,
Still doesn't.
Still doesn't. Yeah.
doesn't
but
need
did
to.
you ever think it would turn into this?
No, not at this scale. It's like when we had the bus and we were thinking about like interviewing players. Like we knew that would be fun and cool because the majority of the time interviews happen, it's in the locker room.
Right.
It's in settings like this, to where you get a lot more coach speak or players speak.
Yeah.
So you knew like having the helmets come off and us just interviewing guys would be awesome. But the vlogs, the collaborations we're getting to do, all the new things out there in the the digital world. Had no clue that it'd become what it is now.
Yeah, we
Did
never
you
saw it.
think that it? Sorry.
No,
No,
it's good.
I'm
Will
just.
did a great job answering that question.
I'm going back to. Sorry. Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Good job,
you all
Will.
the time.
Taylor Lewan, who? What?
Yeah.
So, do you think that it was the Mike Vrabel I would cut my junk off that like really,
Dude, that's one of them.
really pushed you guys?
Dude, I mean, if Mike was sitting here right now, he'd say 100%. The only reason why Bustin' the Boys is successful is because of that.
He would take
clip.
complete
He
credit.
Take credit.
always
He does,
He
like-
does. No, he doesn't. It's not would. He does every time he gets an opportunity to. But it was cool. Like Delaney Walker, who was our first episode, he
Yeah.
talked about having an IV with too much air in it. He almost died. I got in a bunch of trouble with the Titans when that first happened.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Jalen Ramsey coming on early in the pod saying he used
Yeah.
to DM guys' girlfriends
Yeah.
before he played against them.
Quentin Nelson.
Quentin Nelson, like there was so many viral moments, and then the Vrabel one was, I think, the one that got Barstool's attention. And
That one
and
and Jalen was like those were the big ones.
You
that
know,
was, that was
it's-
like, we were starting to understand what this game's all about, and it seems
Yeah.
like you want to give a platform for these guys to have the locker room conversation. If they say those things and they're cool with it, it's like, yeah.
You know, it's funny. My favorite part about this business is doing this, like doing the conversations, right? And
Yeah.
I always thought that we were really good at disarming people until I watch y'all.
We are amateurs
And I'm
compared.
like, damn, I can learn a lot from these
Hey,
guys.
dude,
Yeah.
it's the locker room though. Like you sit there and you
Yeah.
just have a couple conversations.
Yeah.
It's like the classic, like LeBron and Jordan conversations take place, and guys just get louder and louder and start saying crazy things, and that's just what the bus is guys just
Yeah.
keeping that locker room vibe alive that you don't get after football's over.
So
the trust part too of playing to where you might be feeling a guy might be reserved about talking about a situation, and then myself or Taylor might go into one that could be similar, and we're talking about maybe our insecurities or vulnerabilities with it, to where the players kind of like sitting there thinking like, okay, they kind of understand the same thing that they're saying, which makes them more comfortable to talk about whatever that nuanced situation might be. I feel like that has always been kind of helpful when we're sitting there on the bus talking.
So
through
I'm
things.
sure it was a grind to like get people on and schedule everything. Are you guys at the point now where people are reaching out to you and like want to be on?
Balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes and no. Like there's you're always striving to get like the next like quality guest, that next A+ guest, which just gets more and more difficult. But like I was at New Heights party a couple nights ago, and Colston Loveland, he came up to me, he's like, dude, every time you guys would come to Michigan, I'm thinking to myself, please just ask me to come on the show. And I'm like, dude,
you should have said something, but you, like I told him, I was like, you understand, like an athlete, you want someone to shine the light on you a little bit, but you don't want to ask for it because you don't want to seem kind of needy. And so
I'm a great player on this football team.
Yeah.
This crew's coming in. I hope ESPN asked me to do a sit down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like, I wonder if they're going to pick.
But you don't want to be like, hey, ESPN or Bustin', would you have us on?
Yeah.
So it's very like uncomfortable. But so like you're starting to see like players are about it, the culture's staying the same, and all these new like, avenues are opening up for us that are making us seem more legit to the rest of the world.
Yeah.
But like the football guys, you can feel it. It's like they're about it, which is just awesome.
I like the humanization of your guests that you do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like it's a
literally we try to do that too.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
that's
and
what we
you
love.
guys are just having fun and shooting the Shiano and whatever else, and that's what y'all do. But we get the human side of the people you interview while you do it.
The
so
Patrick Willis
that's
one
my
that's going to come
favorite.
out is going to be awesome.
Oh,
okay,
awesome, yeah.
his story's crazy.
His
right?
story is
insane,
unreal.
Like he grew up with nothing, right?
He didn't have running water until he was 8 years old.
Oh my!
And it's just his like mindset and how like pure his mindset was. Like I guess I'll
Like
just go
innocent
after,
and
innocent and like, but like, I'm just gonna work
curious.
super
Yeah.
hard. He tells a story about his first day of camp and how he like coach walks in and asks like, how's everybody doing? He like raised his hand to be like, why'd y'all draft me? It's an awesome story.
And,
You'll have to check it out.
And his teammates are like, hey, he meant like, how do you feel about practice today?
Yeah.
Well,
He's like, hey, why is he asking? Yeah, exactly.
Well, you guys got me to 3-4.
That one's going to resonate in Nashville too because he's from Brewston, Tennessee, which is right down the road. And yeah, I mean, all pro his first 6 seasons in the NFL.
That's nuts.
And just like he breaks down a lot of like the injury that took place
his
and why he
feet.
had to walk away. It's just really cool to see.
And right before, too, we called Delaney and had Delaney join because they were teammates for 6 or 7 years.
Oh,
And so having Delaney on, again, brings down another element to where, Delaney, he'll tell any story out there.
Yeah.
Right.
But gets Pat to
He's
open up
great.
a little bit more, and they're laughing about old stories. It's a fun
So
one.
when does that one come out?
In the
Within
next
the next
3
2
weeks,
weeks, yeah.
'Cause
Okay,
we
cool.
had a big one
Cool.
or later today that I think maybe will be number 1 out.
We kind of book our guests.
We'll say
and
this:
then
he won an award last night. Well, we can say that.
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
He did.
Yeah.
I feel like we
It's a he. I'll say that too.
Well, gee, thanks. I'm
Yeah,
glad you
just so you guys
clarified
know.
that one, just
Yeah.
in case.
San
Francisco.
Would
Okay.
it be? Was his?
You know what the burritos do, so.
Hey, right? Hey, did somebody mispronounce his name last night?
Verbal. Are you talking about Verbal?
Yeah, is that your guess?
Verbal was on.
Oh, we
3
had
days
Verbal
ago.
on this
Oh,
week.
a couple days.
Did you
ago.
No,
see-
there
did
was
you see
another
I haven't seen it yet.
mispronunciation.
6 in the morning, we interviewed Vrabel, and Vrabel were like, "Hey, blah blah blah."
6 in the morning.
6 in the morning on Tuesday, we interviewed Vrabel, and we put it out like 2 p.m. And it was like, "Hey, you were in this situation. AFC Championship happened. You said it's a joke. We'll lose to the Chiefs. What do you say about this?" And he's like, "I'll say this. I'll cut it in half and leave her 6." And that clip
That's
has
right.
now
I
been
did
going
see it.
nuts.
I
It's
did
been
see that
going
clip. That's
crazy.
right.
Yeah.
But
Bus-
going back, that is like Vrabel blowing up, the virality of that.
Yeah.
Them going to the AFC Championship that year to where some of that content comes back around to you. And
Yeah.
now, again, years later, it's like even when you look at Barstool, a lot of the Barstool, like sometimes you need some luck or some right ingredients to go with it.
Yeah.
Them having all that success with the Patriots all those years.
Yeah.
Or in just Boston in general. It kind of helps, like, knowing that Vrabel's in the Super Bowl now. It's like, oh, you get to kind of recycle some stuff. Let's get him on again and talk about it.
Yeah, I know you guys are doing the whole pointing to one. We'll probably have to get out of here pretty soon. But
Yeah, we got to go long. I thought we were doing an hour.
yeah.
What's
An
going
hour?
on?
Hey,
Sometime.
are
When
the
y'all are in
Titans-
Nashville, come in the studio. Let's go.
Are we? How do we feel about Mike Vrabel? Are the Titans fan base? Are we just punching air right now? We feel pretty good about Robert Saleh.
I think it's safe to say that Titans fans hate the Patriots anyway.
Why?
So
Because it's the Patriots.
I do
Because
think it's
they've
bullshit
won
that
so
they
much.
the last
that's-
4 years now they're just back all of a sudden.
Right.
It's
It's
like,
like,
that's
oh,
kinda
hey,
crazy.
we're
Yeah.
back.
Like,
But
I
also,
want,
what a story with
I
Drake.
want Vrabes to win, but
I like
if there
that
was some
kid.
way that Vrabes could win, the Patriots couldn't just be Super Bowl champs again.
But say
I would
why.
take that.
Say why. Because the
Oh,
Patriots.
because
got-
Portnoy.
Exactly.
Just seeing Portnoy's face across my timeline.
And it's
I
so-
laugh at it, and I'm like, this dude just continues to run victory lap after victory lap with every team he's associated with.
that's
Yeah.
so funny.
Shout out Michigan though.
is
Go
Yeah.
Blue.
See, I don't want Vrabel to win. Like as a Titans, like take everything.
You're a
out.
hater.
How about
I'm
this?
a hater.
Here's my kind of take is Titans fans, they're upset that Vrabel, that it all got botched. They're
Right.
happy that he's being successful, but hey, we don't want him to go to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Dude, it's
Like, make the playoffs, good for him. That's awesome. But now it's like, oh,
do you want your ex that
You
know,
broke up with the ex.
Yeah.
I don't. It doesn't matter.
No, listen.
That's,
You still don't want them to do well, Babs?
no, like I don't want my ex to go date a hot girl.
Right.
Like you want them to be happy, but then when you see a Graham drop and she's a smoke show, you're like,
you're like, damn it, why can't she be
Sports
ugly?
Illustrated. You're like, damn it, dude.
Yeah, like why can't she
listen.
be a little like 15 pounds heavier?
Can we just be real and be like, hey, if we're gonna evaluate, oh yeah, you're right, we gotta get out of here. If
we're going to be late into more of us, as a matter of
If
fact.
we're gonna evaluate the Titans and you're the fan base of Titans, don't be mad at what Vrabel's doing. Be mad at Vrabel's is no longer the Titans, and that's the reason.
Because ultimately,
you
it doesn't
can't be
matter.
mad at Mike.
Yeah.
Mike didn't make the
ultimately, it doesn't
decision to
matter.
leave.
Yeah, whatever.
You guys coming to
listen,
Nashville
he
anytime?
did suck his last 2 years.
6 and 18. You guys coming to Nashville anytime?
Look at the
Coming to
He had a
Nashville, we
terrible
live
roster,
there.
I
missing his
know.
left tackle.
Well, let's go. Come in studio.
Yeah, we'll come in studio.
Dude,
Hey,
we're
don't
gonna-
do that. It's
Okay.
dude. Every time he texts me, it's like the most inopportune. Like, hey, can you guys come in Monday at 10 a.m. And it's like, no, we literally cannot. We
are not
it's-
on
And
Monday
I
at
don't
10
do it.
a.m.
Like, I want to come on, but it's like he always texts like during like spring tour or fall tour or something where it's like
Sunday night. Hey,
Yeah.
can you come in tomorrow morning?
It's like no, dude, I can't.
2 a.m.
I'm so sorry.
We'll record it.
We gotta
That's
figure it
At
out.
some point in 2026, we will come in studio.
Okay.
That's
That's a fair.
As
that's
long
a
as we
fair.
can do some long form stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, to where we're not seeing the fingers.
Right.
He's over here reeling the rod in.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Look
listen,
at-
it's not
this
that
is what I
finger,
always
though.
do.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, 3HL
real-
presented
wait,
by
wait. Okay,
Spring
real-
Hill Heating and Cooling, SpringHillHC.com.
Okay, do you like Sala?
Love Sala.
Love Sala and Brian Dable, two head coaches, steam heading the offense and defense.
That's
This
pretty
is-
strong, isn't it?
Let's soak this in.
Very
because
strong,
and
yeah.
if we do good in a year, Dayball's gone.
Right.
Yeah.
Which I'm great with.
Let's be successful right now.
My second
right.
my second stint with the Raiders being in Vegas, Gus Bradley was the DC.
Oh, yeah?
I
Oh.
love being in the meeting room every day.
Yeah.
No matter if we're coming off of a win or a loss, he's always got some very good, like something philosophical, something
Another
that
head
keeps
coach.
everything in perspective. Love Gus Bradley. Dayball, everybody
info.
loves him being with Cam Ward. And Saleh, too, him going into the Jets and everything you hear from players, because he came from the Niners, so Joey, we have some friends with the Niners. But everybody raves about Saleh and the culture building and everything else. I know he failed with the Jets, but me
It's
being
the
excited
Jets.
about I know it is the Jets, but me being excited and people being like, oh, he failed, he wasn't a good head coach, blah, blah, blah. I like when a culture guy is getting the second opportunity because they get to learn from, he got to learn a lot from being with the Jets to where hopefully he gets it right here in Tennessee.
Worked out for Vrabel.
Buzzing with the boys, Will Compton.
Yeah.
Taylor Lewan,
That
thanks,
is
guys.
sick.
Hey,
guys
thank
are
you
welcome.
guys. Thank you guys.
Love
All
you
right.
guys.
Have a good one.
Well, more of us coming up. We appreciate you including us in your day and in your lives. We do not take that for granted, nor do we take that lightly. Have a great night. Good night. God bless.
See ya.
Wouldn't want to be in. Shout out to the Buzzing with the Boys, guys. They're killing it.
Woo woo.
Later.